Good Thursday night, world, and welcome to another episode of Lab Talk with the Dog God, aka the Coach, aka the Elon Musk of high performance working dogs. That is me. He is I. I am him. Yeah. And big salute to my brother Reddy with that pole position. Much love and respect to my brother Reddy, man. Always dependable, always on time is my brother Reddy. And big salute to my brother Cooper. Cooper with that second place. And my brother Cooper has definitely been consistent. I only think one time, man, Coop, that you didn't make it, brother. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, man. One time, tardy for the party. And of course, you follow back up, hey, coach, this, hey, sorry, I missed it, all that stuff, man. But hey, Cooper, I appreciate you, Coop. Thank you for coming to the classroom, man. Big salute to you, Coop. Lucky Mills with that third place. Big salute to you, Lucky. That 1, 2, 3. Y'all already know how I feel about that. 1, 2, 3. And then we got the Bakari. Big salute to you, my brother Bakari. Oh, coming from Canada. My brother Bakari coming from Canada. And we got my brother Rogue Wolf Project. Big salute to you, Rogue Wolf. Hey, Rogue Wolf, I got a lot of things on my plate. I'm a one-man band. I play all the instruments, sing, dance, all the shit. But on your new puppies, man, you put the sauce, man. You put the formula genetically on there. I was like, ooh. That boy Rogue Wolf. Hey, Rogue Wolf, man, salute. Hey, the genetics that's in them damn puppies, I see why you excited, brother. I'll be excited too, Rogue Wolf. That's why I had to make sure I chimed in when I saw when you put that sauce down, you broke down the genetic sauce. I'm like, oh, my boy Rogue Wolf is cooking. So definitely want to tell you that I pay attention, man. I just got a lot of shit on my plate, man. So don't ever think that I'm not paying attention to y'all. Don't ever think that I don't appreciate you guys, all y'all's dogmanship, right? Your level of dogmanship, your examples out here, what you guys are doing. I'm watching everybody, man. So, I just definitely want to give you a salute, man. And I know you got something. I just based off the formula alone, I know you got something. So, man, keep it up, Rogue Wolf. And all of you who might be trickling in later on, also all of you who will be watching the replay, man, big salute, much love and respect. And you know what, guys? We are on year 2 of the classroom, man. 2 years of this classroom. No other classroom like it, man, for the high performance dog man and dog women engineers, for the pioneer dog men and dog women, for the dog men and women who think outside the box to create the circle, for the dog men and women who good is not good enough, great is not great enough, freakish is not freakish enough. That's who we are over here, man. So big salute to all of you who have participated in this classroom for 2 years or just new coming on, man. Man, we have a good thing going here. We have a great thing going here. And I'm just inspired by all of you because I see y'all doing your thing. I see it. I see it. We have deep conversations about dogs and performance dogs and working dogs. And, we do something that, man, honestly, there ain't nobody doing what we doing, man. A classroom for top tier dogmen nerds, like real engineer type individuals with dogs. Ain't no classroom like it. You know what I'm saying? Where we don't shun on being creative. We don't shun on your vision. We don't hate on your vision, how you make dogs, your line of dogs, your perspective. We don't hate on that. We want to nurse it. We want to throw nutrients onto the soil in your seed that's already planted in the soil. But over here, we pour the nutrients and the fertilizer so that all of us can grow. So big salute to the 2 years, man. 2 years, man. And shout out to the year 2026. God is good because First of all, God is good all the time. Okay, so please. However, tonight, God is even greater than he already is because Thursday night, I mean, shit, we on the first, baby. Uh-huh. We on the opening up of the new year. Uh-huh. Thursday night, the first, just like we was on Thanksgiving. Right? Yeah, God is good. Yeah. Oh man, God is good. I love God. That's right. So big salute to all of you. Now, before I get into everything that I get into, all right, get your herbal sensations ready to go, man. Get your backwoods, your paper planes, man, your Switzer sweets, your bongs, your edibles, your lotions, your beverages, that has the infusion of herbal sensations in it. Get that shit ready to go. Make sure you have your lighters ready to go, man. Make sure you have everything ready to go right in front of you. And if you like them cold brewskis, your IPOs, your what else they got out here? They got the Bud Lights, the Coors Lights, the Coors, the Heinekens, the Modelo's, all these different types. They got so many different types. If you like the taste of hops, make sure that shit is out on the table, whatever we're in your hand. Make sure it's nice and cold, man. Get your cold mugs out the freezer. Make sure that bitch is ready to go. If you like your hard liquor, you like your light skin or dark skin, you like to sip it, or you like to take the shots, or if you like how the coach like to like it, a concoction, man. Get that bitch ready to go, because you know the coach got his shit ready to go, because I like life as its simplest form, because life is already hard as it is. So any way that I can keep it simple, the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. You know what the coach got? He's got his vodka lemonade. Big salute to all of you, all my brothers and sisters that come to this classroom on Thursday night, for all the top tier, high performance dog man nerds, engineer nerds. Okay. This classroom is for us engineers, us artists, us creators, us pioneers. No other classroom is like it. And I'm so grateful for all of you who show up, give up your time and your energy to learn. So big cheers to you guys in the new year on the first of the year. Cheers. Big salute to you, my brother Rock Solid. That's right. Now, do me a favor, you guys. I know everybody has their name for YouTube, but whatever y'all social media handles are, make sure you guys put that in the chat, so that I know a lot of us already follow each other on our other social media platforms that we're on. But you know, if you guys got a different social media name that's not, you know, intertwined with your YouTube name, share that so that we can all stay connected and we all can support each other in what we do in our social media. Because at the end of the day, there's very few of us, and we needed to support each other. Okay. Support each other, encourage each other, because the world that we live in is all about confusion and division. Confusion and division is the world that we live in. So it's rare that you get support. It's rare that you get genuine love from your comrades. Your fellow comrades in the field of the battle, in the battle of the field. So make sure you, if it's different than your handle here on YouTube, your social medias, share that. So anyway, big salute to everybody and Happy New Year. I mean, we gonna cook like we always cook. You know what I mean? Like every classroom that we do was just so ahead of everybody else. But that's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be ahead of everybody else, because we the engineers. You know what I'm saying? Now, dogs are doing good. God is good. Okay, with the dogs. I was watching something on YouTube. It was the History Channel, and they had a segment on skunk works. Okay. And the founder of Skunk Works and the history of Skunk Works. And those of you guys who don't know who Skunk Works is, they're the ones who created, you know, the YouTube spy plane and you know, a few other dope ass planes. Okay. But Skunk Works is a group of, aero engineers, just, the smartest motherfuckers on the planet. Keep it real with you. And they broke down the history and the story, and I find myself resonating with engineers because that's who I am when it comes to these dogs. I'm like one of them, but I just do dogs. They do airplanes, right? And he had a task, and one thing about the military, when you get contracts, you have to bid for them, right? Right? Because there's a lot of smart individuals in the military. All they want is the best. So they'll let a few people bid and let you compete, right? They let you compete. So it's told us history and, the failures, from pushing the envelope, right? Not staying in a box. Military ain't paying you money to stay in the box when you're dealing with competitors, right? You're dealing with Russia. You're dealing with China. You're dealing with Japan. All these different countries, Korea, whoever. It's competitive. So you can't afford, your life depends, your country depends on being ahead, right? So Skunk Works happens to be one of those, engineer groups who get a contract to the military to create these type of next level competitive airplanes. To make a long story short, I watched it, and of course, I resonate with everything, the failures, the victories, the small victories, everything, the lows, the highs, the woes, the no's. At the end, right, it showed how the head of Skunk Works, how when you change leaders and politics, and how it is with the world that we live in, it's about who you know, not really what you know, it's about who you know. So the head of Skunk Works had a play that was going to take the U.S. Air Force to a whole nother level, but because of who is in office, who controls the contracts, all that shit, because who that individual wanted to have the contract told him to scrap it. Matter of fact, made sure he scrapped it. So, of course, that hurt his heart. The head of Skunk Works, the head engineer. It's a whole group of them now, but a head engineer. And then the military needed something else. So they had to, they needed something even more next level. So they had to open it up to the competitors, because it's all about competition. You understand? When you're dealing with high performance or competition animals like we dealing with, competition forces you to think outside the box to create the circle. Forces you. Okay, you can't be complacent when you're dealing with somebody who's thinking further than you, who's doing more work than you. You cannot just think that you know everything. So what happened was one of the head of Skunk Works engineer partners actually got private funding to get, to be able to do this prototype, right? Because he wasn't able to get the military funding. But they open up to anybody, whether you got private or you got military funding, whatever. But of course, the head guy of Skunk Works and this other guy who worked with Skunk Works, they was already tight. So of course he's gonna work with the head guy. It's a computer. It's a multi-brain computer. It's a team. We all play our position. So check this out. So the guy who was able to, get the private funding and grab this, grab his leader, like, hey, come on, we ain't done. Come on. I got us private funding. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get this contract. And what they wanted was a plane, state of the art, that can't be tracked by radar at all. At all. That was their goal. At all. Because remember, you're competing with your enemy, your op. And one thing about Russia, Germany, there's a lot of smart people over there really pushing the envelope. And one thing about the United States, they want to be the top dog, right? So they're gonna put the money behind the technology to be the top dog. So anyway, long story short, I can go on. Long story short, the head engineer of Skunk Works, who has all the influence, has all the respect, who's been, is proven, got the accolades, all the shit. He would do things like, if you could prove me wrong in what you believe, I'll bet you a quarter. That was his thing. I'll bet you a quarter. These guys, you imagine how much money these guys making. A quarter, they doing this because it was more symbolic. It's not about the money, more principle. So the head engineer, he would challenge his guys like, look, you bring something to me that I don't agree with, I'm not going to say, no, don't do it. I didn't bring you on for that. I want you to do it, right? I'm not going to damper your ideas because I want your ideas. But if it doesn't work, you owe me a quarter. If it doesn't work, you owe me a quarter. And if I'm right, you owe me a quarter. Excuse me. If it does work, I owe you a quarter. And if you're right, I owe you a quarter. That was his thing. Now, the individual who brought his mentor on, the head of Skunk Works on, right? Said, you know what, I got an idea. Okay, the Russians, they put a mathematical equation in a study, but they didn't understand really what they was more bragging about it, but they didn't really understand what they was really putting out there. But I dug deeper into that mathematical equation and figured out how we can create this plane that won't be detected by radar. So, he's like, nah. He shows him the idea, right? The understudy shows his mentor the idea. He's like, nah, hell no, that ain't gonna work. Hell no, that ain't gonna work. I bet you a quarter. He took on the bet, right? Fast forward. You know what that technology is or was? Look at all the stealth planes that we see today and how they got all those 90-degree angles. And with aerodynamics, everything's all about aerodynamics. It's all about nice, smooth shapes, circular, round, so that the aerodynamics, aeroplane, building planes with 90-degree geometry type angles was a no-no. That's why his mentor told him, I'll bet you a quarter it wouldn't work. But the understudy, did his own work because it's thinking outside the box to create the circle. He broke down the mathematical play, studied the enemy's playbook. Oh, shit, y'all going to give me the formula, but y'all don't even know how to use it? You're going to brag about what y'all was talking about mathematically and put it in a study to flex on us because of what you've discovered, but you don't even know how to use it the way I'm going to use it. And so look at all the stealth planes with all those fucking angles that we see today. That came from Skunk Works, aka Lockheed Martin. They got the contract. Their planes is what everybody is copying today. You know what his mentor did? The head of Skunk Works did it. He paid him that quarter. He thanked him for thinking outside the box to create the circle. But at the same time, that's what he nurtured. That's what he wanted in his engineers, his think tank. He wanted to be challenged. He don't want us. I put myself in the shoes, right? But anyway, he didn't want them to be comfortable. He wanted them to challenge themselves and even challenge him, their head engineer. And now every fucking top tier airplane got them fucking 90-degree harsh angles in them. And those are stealth planes today. Thinking outside the box to create the circle. Isn't that what Coach be teaching y'all? And that I'm sure I teach y'all that. So seeing that gives me confirmation that me as an artist is on the right track. Me, even though I might achieve a level, but always wanting to achieve the next level and the next level and the next level. It's a gift and a curse. It is a gift and a curse, y'all. However, it's necessary for progression. It's necessary for competition. And imagine if the head of Skunk Works would have told his partner who brought him on a project, who said, "Hey, I need you. We need your leadership. Come on, come on. I got the private funding. I got the wave. I want you to lead it still." Imagine if he just, as the old guard, was like, nah, we ain't doing that shit. You crazy? Fuck that shit. We ain't doing it. No. He didn't do that. He challenged them in his own way mentally, like, man, that shit ain't gonna work. I bet you a quarter. Ain't that something? I bet you a quarter it won't work. Okay, boss. Okay, sir. I'll take that challenge. And then guess what he produced, man? All the planes all them fucking stealth planes got them angles on it. Helicopters with those angles. They got boats with those angles on it. All because they thought outside the box to create the circle. Ain't that something, man? I love that. I love that. So cheers to those engineers who don't think in a box, who think outside the box, okay? Cheers to us dogman and dogwoman engineers that don't think in a box of the past. We respect the past. We don't think in the past. We think right now in 2026, and then we hope to be prepared for the future. But we think now in 2026. Coach don't think about 1980. Coach don't think about 1990. Coach don't think about 2000. Coach is done with thinking about 2025. Ain't that something? Why is it hard for the dog world to stop thinking in the past? Why is it so hard? Because the world moves on. Anybody in business, they're forced to move on, especially if you're competitive. You have to move on. But this is what I've learned about most dog men and dog women today. Who are they competing with? They're not even competing with themselves. So who's going to push you to think past where you at? If you're not competing with somebody who wanted more than you? Huh? Nobody. You get stuck in your ways. But anyway, cheers. Cheers. You know what I mean? Blessings and prosperity and success this year, 2026 and beyond. Okay? Blessings, prosperity, and success, and hard work, dedication to your craft. From here on out, cheers. So, I want to share something with you guys. I had a back and forth conversation, I would say, with someone who been in the dogs for a while. I would consider him an OG because he's older than I. This past week, and those of you who follow Joe on NWA Cane Corso, if you don't, please follow Brother Joe. He's doing some great things. I got a lot of love and respect for Brother Joe. He's always showed me love and respect, and he's a good man, and he's really trying to do something for us dog men and dog women. He had a show with Schoolboy. Much respect to Schoolboy. He's a pit bull guy, game pit bull guy, retired, and he's given his knowledge, knows a lot. Respect to Brother Schoolboy, OG Schoolboy. And then Michael Morales. I think he's a presser guy. And I'm scrolling. Well, hold on. Before that, I watched that show, and they were saying some things about hybrid vigor. They were saying things about purebred dogs. They were saying things about mongrels and mutts, and they were speaking their perspective, which is fine. Everybody has their own perspective on what they think or what they know. It's fine. Now, me being a spectator watching that in the back, of course, I didn't agree. Brother Joe, I follow him in WA Cannon Corso on IG. I always support his posts, because that's what I do. Do unto others as you want done unto you. That's what the Bible says. So as I'm seeing, clips, he does clips of his podcast. And I see a clip with OG Schoolboy and OG Michael Morales, and they're talking about hybrid vigor. And I had something to say. So what I want to do is I want to share with you guys on my screen what our conversation was about. First, what the post said, and then what our conversation was about. And then, I want to elaborate a little bit on it. Now, before I do that, one thing that I do, fellas, ladies, whoever might be watching, is I lead by example. I always show respect first, even if I disagree. I know how to control my Whitney, even though people will challenge you. Ain't nothing new. I mean, shit, I gotta downplay who I am because I'm humble on the ground. But I mean, I got a lot of experience in the field of life, man. Where my Whitney emotion, that's Whitney, but guys. Whitney Houston got a song called I Get So Emotional, Baby, every time I think of you. Think about how you feel about people that want to challenge you, want to threaten you, want to call you, want to downplay you. You get emotional, right? You get in your feelings, right? That's when I say, I don't get in my Whitney. Understand what I just said now, y'all. Pay attention to class. Pay attention when coach be talking with the lingo, the Whitney. So being that I've felt harsher, like I felt more pressure on my feelings than some dog conversations, I know how to control my emotions. I know how to be respectful. So before I even, go deeper into this, I want to tell OG Schoolboy, brother Schoolboy, I got nothing but respect for you, OG. I will never disrespect you, Schoolboy. I don't even care if I don't agree with you or not. I don't even give a fuck if you talk down on me, Schoolboy. I will never disrespect you because I gotta be. My job is to be an example. I gotta show the other cheek. You know what I mean? When Jesus says turn the other cheek, it's not on no bitch shit. No, you just letting the motherfucker hit you. That's it. It's just, you know what? It's like why would I give you energy on something you don't comprehend? Right? Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Y'all don't even understand this shit, but I do. It's beyond that. I mean, like I said, I'm going too deep for most people, but I'm gonna keep it 1,000 wow. So OG Schoolboy, anytime that I'm speaking on this topic, never to disrespect you. I would never disrespect you. OG, Mr. Morales, never disrespect you, man. Okay. I can't. It's not in me to do it, man. It's not in my pedigree, man. I know my position, man. You know what I'm saying? My position is not to disrespect and downplay motherfuckers, man. My position is to teach. I'm the coach. Even though I might be disappointed, even though I might disagree. So me conversating with all you guys right now and showing you this conversation is not to disrespect Mr. Morales at all. Okay? So do not take what I'm saying as disrespect. Okay. I just want to reflect on what him and I was talking about and show you guys because I like to show and tell. Right? Fuck all that talking and commentating that everybody else do. I like to show you. So anyway, here we go. Let me share my screen. Let me share my fucking screen. Now I'm gonna let it play, let you hear the post. Okay? And then I'm gonna read the comment. Okay, so hold on.
But here's the thing, Joe. Here's the thing. That purity, that F1 is a 50-50 outcross. That means there's two dogs that are not related, but they're the same breed of dog. That's where people get it mixed up. Mm-hmm. When you're talking about bringing another breed of dog and breeding it to another breed of dog, that's mixing. That's not outcrossing.
Right.
So they have to be from the same breed of dog, not related to each other. You outcross them 50-50, put them together. That's where you get hybrid vigor.
Yeah.
Now,
He talking about
after
the
that,
next
you
one.
could, yeah, you can retain vigor, but hybrid vigor comes from an outcross. You don't retain hybrid vigor when you take that F1 and breed it to one side or the other, or even breed it another cross to another.
Sure. Yeah. This is something that I've always been told. And I think I might have heard Schoolboy say it too.
Yeah.
When you're doing something like that, it needs to be pure on both sides.
Yes.
Right.
Then,
Yeah. That's
Bam.
the
There you
original
go.
definition.
right.
But
But
here's the thing, Joe. Here's the thing. That purity, that F1 is a 50-50 outcross. That means there's two dogs that are not related, but they're the same breed of dog. That's where people get it mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking about bringing another breed of dog and breeding it to another breed of dog, that's mixing. That's not outcrossing.
Right.
So they have to be from the same breed of dog, not related to each other. You outcross them 50-50, put them together. That's where you get hybrid vigor.
Yeah.
Now,
he talking about
after
the
that,
next
you
one.
could, yeah, you can retain vigor, but hybrid vigor comes from an outcross. You don't retain hybrid vigor when you take that F1 and breed it to one side or the other, or even breed it another cross to another.
Sure. Yeah. This is what
Okay, so you guys just heard that, right? Now we already know they have, the OGs haven't been to our class. They haven't been to our classes. 2 years of it, they haven't. So I'm in the back of the class, and I'm in the back of their podcast because I support Brother Joe. But me as an engineer, I hear this shit, and we test every theory. We test theories. We don't just talk theories over here, right? We the ones that progress the breeds, plural. We're high performance engineers. Everything we do is next level. They're not doing what we're doing. So I'm just like, whatever. For me, it's like, okay, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they say. That's where I'm at. So I step back. This post comes across, and I hear OG Schoolboy say what he says. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense for the outcross when you talk about outcross, but you telling me that mixed breeds don't produce hybrid vigor, which the whole play, the strongest level of hybrid vigor is two different breeds? We know this, but maybe they were just talking, they weren't really thinking. That's why it said, I will never disrespect Schoolboy, man. I will never disrespect Mr. Morales because they are elders, man. They're not us. Their time is either running out or done. Their mind, and it's no disrespect, their mind is on the decline. As you get older, your mental diminishes. If you're not doing dogs now, then of course you can't comprehend what we're doing today. You're not doing dogs now. And if you are doing dogs now, but you're not doing what us top tier high performance dogmen and engineers, you will never get selected to be on a team of Skunk Works and Lockheed Martin. You will never get selected to be on a team for Boeing. Think about it. All these next level type engineers, you would never get. You would never be an engineer for a Formula One race team. You would never be an engineer for a MotoGP race team. You would never be a fucking breeder for a thoroughbred horse racing squad or whatever paddock company, whatever, because you're not thinking next. You're thinking where you used to be, where you are. You're not thinking better than your competitors. Then, that's why I was able to digress my feelings toward what they said until I saw this. So I'm going to show you guys what I said in the comments. I'm going to read it. I said, this is the coach right here. You see the coach, the dog out aka the coach. I says, respect to my OGs. However, you can get hybrid vigor by mixing non-pure bred dogs together, especially if both or one parent is prepotent And you will get the highest level of hybrid vigor by mixing two different breeds together. The more diverse / unrelated the genes between both parents, the stronger the level of hybrid vigor or heterosis. Now, we already know this. High performance dog men and dog women engineers, especially if you've been to our class where we've broken down the levels of hybrid vigor. We know this, but they're not, you see what I'm saying? When you're not an engineer like us in the field right now, trying to progress and understand it, trying to dissect hybrid vigor, trying to really get down to the root, and you just talking what you heard, what you thought, maybe what you read on a basic scale, a theory, then of course they're not going to know this. So I just said what I had to say. That's why I said respect, because I heard what I heard. Y'all heard what I heard. Y'all heard what I heard. Okay? I heard it already in the podcast, but I heard it again in this little short. So, Mr. Morales, he responds. He says, do you ever see in a Kentucky Derby mutt horse compete with thoroughbred horses, or Rhode Island red roosters fight whatever that assistless, whatever that is, roosters? I can go on and on. Purebred animals were designed for work and to bring consistency generation after generation. That's why breeds were created. That's why breeds were created for. Is pure breed, I think he said, if purebred breeds weren't important, they would never exist. So, excuse me, they would never exist to begin with. Okay. Now, when he commented like that, on my mind, it's like, of course, Mr. Morales don't know who I am. He don't understand why I'm the dog god, aka the coach, aka the Elon Musk. Of course, I did a whole fucking class on thoroughbred horse racing. You can't teach me about no thoroughbred horse races. You can't teach me about no thoroughbred breeding. I did a whole class on that shit. Master class, Mr. Morales. Now, Mr. Morales, if you happen to come across my content, you happen to come across it, you hear me talk, I talk with this type of passion because I'm a coach. I'm old school, man. Like I like to say, I'm like a blend of Tony Dungy's coaching style, Bill Belichick, and Bill Parcells. Okay, like I'm like a blend between that hardcore old school, that coach that tears shit up and curse at you, but then the coaches nurture you too and talk to you real calmly and really relate to you and be like, hey man, we can figure it out. Don't worry about it. I'm a blend. So when you hear the passion of the Christ come out, Mr. Morales, it's not, it has nothing to do with you, sir. You know what I'm saying? It's just me as a coach. You might not know me, but now you're going to find out if you find his page, if you find his content. If you don't, it is what it is. But I'm sharing this with you so you guys can see how the older guys who want to project what they used to do and what they think they know on you, especially on somebody like me who do this shit, who's done it, who's still doing it, right? You're not talking to somebody that don't know no better. Like I said, I can show you dogs. But anyway, so you hear what he said, right? This is me answering him. Answer. I said, answer me this. How was thoroughbred horses created? And once you answer that, then maybe you will change your stance on downplaying mixed breeds. No disrespect to you, OG. I'm just giving you more food for thought and more possible tools in your genetic toolbox. 100. Now, you see how respectful Coach was, right? Because he was trying to downplay me and talking about some mutts, Derby mutts. Okay, but he don't know me. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He don't know me. He know me. So here he goes. He says, let's start from the beginning. All animals were in their pure form. When humans started to travel from place to place and exchange goods from one country to another is when mixing started to occur. By that time, they were successful because of their purity and health of the animals as well. But new breeds didn't become breeds overnight either. It took them from 25 years minimal to centuries to be perfected. May I ask you, why is your program of mixing breeds and why you think you will be successful or better than existing breeds? That they all are ahead of your program from no less than 60 years and some centuries. So he's asking me a question. All right, OG, ask me some questions. So I answer, right? I says, I have pure breeds, mixed breeds, scatter bred, composite breeds, line bred, and some that were inbred. And they are all in my high performance working dog program for a reason. I create my own lines of different working dogs, and I will use all forms of breeding methods, pure, composite, and or mixed breeds who are prepotent to achieve my goals depending on what I'm trying to produce. My goals are not to create new breeds. However, my goals are to produce my style of high performance working / competition dogs using any and all methods of breeding to accomplish my goals. To create the thoroughbred racehorse, they use 3 different studs and multiple different European warhorse mares to create the gene pool they're breeding from today. However, now the thoroughbred bloodlines are experiencing genetic bottlenecking, which means they're going to have to open up the stud books to revitalize the bloodline again. I'm sure with all the billions of dollars the thoroughbred racehorse industry has at its disposal, they're already going back to the foundation thoroughbred recipe so they can infuse that new blood with the old. As breeders, we can't be closed-minded and downplay any dogs, whether pure or mixed breeds or breeding techniques, because it all plays. And the rest is just theory. Damn it, man. I mean, shit, man. Hip, hip, hooray, man. Shit, the coach done broke that shit all the way down right there, fool. He was trying to downplay. He was trying to talk about mixed breed, thoroughbred horse. What he said? Thoroughbred mutts. Hold on. I got to find it. I got to find what he said. Do you ever see in a Kentucky Derby mutt horse compete with the thoroughbred horses? Well, Mr. Morales, I showed you how a thoroughbred was made. Now, being that you're not an engineer like those individuals of the past who thought of that formula for a thoroughbred, you would have called them motherfucking thoroughbreds, them F1s, F2s, all that. You would have called them thoroughbred mutts. You, Mr. Morales, would have called their foundation formula thoroughbred mutts. But see, you're talking to an engineer, man. You're talking to somebody who will be working for Skunk Works. Matter of fact, I'll be the head engineer of Skunk Works. I'll be the head engineer of Lockheed Martin, which now they're both in the same. They're two in the same. Skunk Works, Lockheed Martin. They're together. That's me, Mr. Morales. But you don't know me, Mr. Morales. See, that's who you talking to, Mr. Morales. Right? I'm on a different level than you, sir. Way farther. Way farther. Like, man, Mr. Morales, I got all kind of lab notes and all kind of formulas I done did and mixes and breedings I done did. You know what I've learned from you, all you do is presses. Maybe you did pit bulls back in the day. I do all kind of shit, Mr. Morales. All kind. Made all kind of mistakes. Got all kind of victories too. Okay? But as y'all see, I gave him a nice little lesson, and I'm sure he didn't pay attention to what I said, y'all. Y'all know that, right? Okay? So here we go. His answer, he says, I think he meant if you want to create the ultimate sport dog, the Belgian Malinois, the Belgian Malinois are ahead of your program. Racing the Greyhounds are the Formula One of dog racing. Do you compete against them yet? Schutzen, Mandio Ring, or French Ring? So now, he's checking, he's checking my profile. Right? Which, you should check my shit. Formula One, okay, cool. You think he's relating Formula One, my name, to racing dogs like Greyhounds, and he's seeing that I'm creating my own, hybrid bull herder. He's seeing that because now he's studying it. So now he's trying to downplay me and say the Malinois is already ahead of my program, and if you're Formula One, the Greyhounds is already that. How are you forming? So he's downplaying me. That's what he's doing, right? And I know this because I have common sense, y'all. So here's how I, show him what time it is. I says, have you heard of KNPV lines? KMPV lines. I got to stress that. I got to express that because that went over his head when I said lines. I didn't say KMPV competition. I said lines. Because, we studied all that shit over here. We studied that. We did a master class on the Malinois and the Dutch Shepherd. We did that. But he don't know this about us. He don't know that we reverse engineer dogs. He don't know that about us. But anyway, I said, have you heard of KMPV lines of working dogs and how those are the ultimate lines of competition sport working dogs? You should do your research on them so you can see how many different dogs they mixed in with them GSDs, Malinois, and Dutch Shepherds. No disrespect again, OG. You see how the coach is? See? You see how much emotional intelligence that your coach got? You see it in action? When I be teaching y'all about controlling your fucking Whitney? I could have easily got in my Whitney when he was over there sneak dissing my programming, sneak dissing what I'm doing. Oh, I could have got in my Whitney, but I didn't. I didn't. But let me carry on. No disrespect again, OG. However, there's people out here that mix dogs or have mixed breed programs that will disagree with you and your theories, which is okay for you to have. However, doesn't mean you're right on the theories that you talk about. That's all I'm saying. So shit, damn it, I handled that with, so much class. So much class as a dog man. I didn't get into my Whitney and check the OG. I treated him like an OG. You know what I mean? Like, he forgive him, Father, because he know not what he say. That's how I treated him. Forgive him, Father. He don't know. He don't know what he's. What I mean, OG. You know what I mean? I can show you the mirror really hard, but I'm not gonna do that because OG, you an OG, and I respect you, OG. All right, so here we go. Now you're gonna teach me something. What do you say? KMVP, that's what he called it, is the trials for potential canine police dogs from Holland. You are in America. That doesn't exist in the States. I have the opportunity to witness those dogs at work, and the ones I see work, they were not mixed at all. They were old lines of German Shepherds. Okay. Now, me understanding that everybody has their level of experience, y'all, I understand where he coming from because he just don't know no better. Okay. He don't know no better. It's fine. He don't study like us. He's not an engineer like the coach. He don't study everything like the coach. Right? He's closed-minded. I'm open-minded. I go to all the game. I go to all my ops game. I go to all the shit I don't understand. I study that shit. Most people don't. I do, though, because I love my passion is the dogs. My passion. Most people don't got passion for this shit like I do. Okay? So my mind is always open because I always want to learn because I want to figure out some shit that you ain't figured out. I want to watch your notes, dissect your notes, and figure out something that you didn't figure out in your own notes. That's me. Anyway, let's keep going. So I respond. I says, just do your research on the KMPV and the lines of the dogs that they use. And yes, they are known to use mixed GSDs, Malinois, and Dutch Shepherds. Either way, they use mixed dogs for a reason. And they weren't calling them mongrels. No need for the debate. I'm just speaking for myself and others like me who may disagree with your opinion about mixed dogs. That's all. Salute, OG, and I wish you and your family a blessed New Year's. How many motherfuckers would have did that? Like the coach? Would have responded to the OG like the coach? Huh? Being an example, showing y'all how I operate. Huh? Not many. Let me carry on. Here, this is the response. Do you have DNA? I'm trying to correct the OG. Do you have DNA proof that Holland sent fake German Shepherds, Malinois, and Dutch Shepherds to the USA? To the USA government? I watched their trials and I haven't seen any mixed ones. Actually, there's a German Shepherd in my country. In my county, that has more apprehension than days in the year. He's very famous around here. One of his decoys can tell you about how mixed they are. A lot of laughs, right? Laugh out loud. He has worked my dogs too. Do you ever work your dogs? I responded because I already cut it. I told him no need for debate, but he got to have the last word. That's the OG. He got, you know what I mean? He got to have the last word. I said, just do your research, OG. That's all I have to say. Blessings, right? So I'm putting a period on it. I already know he ain't gonna listen to me. I put the period on it twice. Okay, ended it with peace. Not conflict, peace. But he couldn't let it go. Do you know my brother is directly involved with those dogs, and I know what is cooking in the other side of the pond? We even had DNA proof of that. Do you have any idea of what you're talking about? You don't compete your dogs. You don't compete. You don't test your dogs either. But you claim because you say it that all dogs are mixed. All purebreds doesn't work. I never said all purebred doesn't work, but hey, it is what it is. That's what you think. You lucky you aren't into pits because you will be broke overnight. Ha ha ha! OG, ha ha ha. When you said that, OG, that's that. I'm a competitor, OG. I got the sauce, OG. When you said that to me, you are lucky. Because me and you will be scheduling a waiting a date, OG. And I guarantee you this, OG, if that was the time today, you'll be singing a different song, OG. But that stirred my competitive spirit, not I was mad at him. When he talked about that shit, because I already got bigger, stronger, faster shit. I got extreme prey drive in my shit. I already know it. I already did it and done it, OG. I got it already. OG, I got the formula, OG. It's not no old school formula. It's mine right now. I got it. Anyway, I test dogs since I was in high school and roosters since I was a little kid. This is a family legacy, not a wake up a day and I decide to be a breeder of working animals. It's my blood. It's in my blood. I respond. I says, I do know what I'm talking about. That's why I suggested that you do your own research, unbiased. You see how I'm still trying to teach him? I'm trying to blow on the food. It's like a baby, right? I'm feeding the OG like a baby. I got this hot ass food. It's too hot for him. So what I do is I take that hot ass food and then how you feed your babies, I blow on it. Cool it off. And then I open his mouth and I put in it. But every time he chews on it, it's still too hot and he's spitting it out. He keeps spitting it out. He gets spitted. That's why I put unbiased. I says, you just might learn something new. I hit him with the salute. He goes, I have my receipts as well. The only thing that a mutt can be could be good use for bait and train prospects with it, and of course as a pet. So he's downplaying mixed breeds again. The coach's response, I can respect that. However, my so-called mutts wouldn't qualify for your yard. I put the 100 on that shit. And y'all know why I said that, right? Because his whole yard will be decimated. Decimated. OG, respectfully, you're not an engineer like me, OG. You're not like me, OG. I don't breed like you, OG. OG, my dogs ain't built like your dogs, OG. My formula's not your formulas, OG. I know how to breed freaks, OG. Your method of breeding, all line breeding, that's all you do is not breeding freaks, OG. So when you say that to me, be grateful that we not meeting up. Be grateful that it's not those days, OG. Because then, I'm going to have to show you something, OG. I have to show you something, man. But since we're talking, I'm letting you speak. So I'm being, diplomatic about how I speak to you in response. And it's as you guys are seeing. But we on my show and I'm letting you guys see, right? I'm expressing. Okay? I said, they will make you think 3 times Y'all know how the coach feel about that number 3, about downplaying mixed breeds, and make you put some respect on high performance hybrid working dogs. This is a fact. You know, I had to put the emphasis on it. You see that? I had to put the emphasis on it for the OG because like, OG, come on, man. Come on, man. OG, man. OG, man. You know what I mean? Your level of engineering, I don't care how long you've been doing it, you ain't in this, you're not Elon Musk. You're not Elon Musk, OG. Right? You're not the understudy of the head, you know, the head guy of Skunk Works. You're not the understudy of the head guy of Skunk Works who had a vision and a plan and did some other research that you wouldn't have did that turned your whole fucking program around thanks to his vision, thanks to his work that you didn't do, that you didn't believe that could be done. You're not them. I'm them. OG. You're talking to that guy. OG, not no regular, but anyway. He questions me. He says, where they at? Can't see them. Right? Now he getting disrespectful. Right? I said, I have plenty of my dogs and different breedings and productions on my page. Feel free to scroll through. Here's the disrespect. Here's the disrespect. I must be blind or something because I haven't seen anything in your page that has been working. Not good for defending mongrels and saying they are best in pure breeds. That's why my mules stay in a farm and thoroughbreds are raced. Also, mules can't be reproduced either. So, what does the coach hit him with? Sounds good, OG. Have a blessed New Year's. Okay, so I wanted to show you that, how I dealt with the OG. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Y'all heard that before, haven't you? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's why I didn't get into a pissing match or a debate with the OG. I'm not here to teach the old guys, man. I'm gonna let y'all land your plane gracefully. I'm not here to teach you. You won't learn from me. You will never have a dog that looks like mine. Mr. Morales, I seen your page, brother. Respect to you and your program. But look at my dogs and look at your dogs. Whether they mutts or not, whether you want to call them mutts or not, look at how my dogs look compared to yours. And based off of looks, you tell me who looks like they perform better. Just off of looks. Just off of looks. You tell me, Mr. Morales, off of looks alone, whose dogs, plural dogs. I even showed the world a Kangal with muscles. Because it just happened to be raining. It just happened to be raining where her coat was wet and you seen the muscles in her shoulders and her fucking neck and her rears. I showed the world that. I showed the world a French bulldog with muscles, shredded up like a pit bull. I showed the world that. OG, I don't see that on your page, OG. OG, I don't see that. OG, I specialize in conditioning, OG. I prove it in my dogs. You can see it. Okay. You or anybody else don't want to see maximum prey drive unless you're going to use that. Unless you're going to use it, you really don't want to see it. I don't show it, OG. I'm not using sleeves and all that shit, that play shit. I got a dog, AK-47 Chopper, aka the Bone Crusher, that bite anything. He got a bite fetish. He love to bite sleeves, all the shit. He bite everything. Okay. That's not work to me, OG, just because your dog's biting sleeves and shit. OG. I can agitate my dogs and make them. I could do all that shit, OG. That ain't work to me, OG. But again, as I digress, and we're going to carry on because we got to keep cooking. As I digress, nothing but respect to you, OG. Nothing but respect to you, schoolboy. However, there's lanes for a reason that there's levels to leagues for a reason, man. And when you guys talk down and talk like you guys are an authority on things that you don't do, there will be people who are an authority on that will not check you because it's all about respect. We'll tell you otherwise. And I hope that you guys will respect people like myself who do this shit and can show you it, who's doing it now and can show you it, that, you know what? We know what we're talking about. Because we come from the ones that created the breeds that you love. See, Mr. Morales, I come from the essence of the people who created the presser. Mr. Schoolboy, I've come from the essence of the people who created the American Pit Bull Terrier. I come from them who created it, who said, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take that, make the ultimate competition, whatever it might be, the ultimate working. I'm from them. I don't think like the ones who come afterwards and take all my hard work and think they are the creators. They copy all my hard work. I don't come from them. I come from the ones that did the hard work, doing the hard work, failed until they got it right. Dealt with all the naysayers, dealt with all the haters, dealt with all the spectators, all the shit, all the commentators, until, you know what? I fucking showed them to shut their fucking mouth. Now I showed you with the dog's eye, and I got plenty of dogs that I can show you. But we're not in those days. So when people talk like that, like how you was kind of talk, Mr. Morales, you know, I don't even talk like that, Mr. Morales, because I know that I wouldn't even talk to you about it. I would just fly out to you. OG, if we was in that, I would just fly out to you, OG. And then we're going to put some money on it, OG. And if I lose, I'm not a sore loser. You won. I'm a competitor. You won, OG. That's who I am, OG. But being that that's not the day that we live in, and we're not condoning that. I don't condone that. When you speak like that, ooh, I just laugh. Sounds good, OG. You know we can't do that shit, OG. Why are you talking like that? Well, you know we can't do that shit, OG. You think that is an insult to me? No, I know it's not, OG, because I know if it was real life, it would be on, OG. We wouldn't be talking about it. Nigga, I'll catch a flight. And then I'll tell you, bring multiple dogs out. Make sure you have your money right first, too. We ain't doing this shit for fun. It's competition. Bring your money. Put your money where your mouth is. You really that good? Your dog's really that good? Let me see. Oh, my mutts ain't shit? Oh, let me see. Let me see. Fuck all that talking shit. But like I said, you guys went in the year 2026. We in a new year. This is us talking. I'm talking to you guys, my brothers. I already told you I respect and love all my OGs. This is not no aggression towards them. This is just how the coach talk. Y'all know how the coach got the passion. And y'all saw how I dealt with the OG. Y'all saw how I dealt respectfully with the OG. And I'm going to always respect the OGs. But at the same time, like I'm telling y'all, them OGs better put some respect on our names. Because we ain't playing with this shit. We know better than we still doing this shit. We not retired. We not retired and talking about dogs so we retired. Nothing against that. We just don't do one type of dog and only line breed. Who you're talking to real top tier engineers, man. Elon Musk and all that. Elon Musk, Steve Jobs and all them motherfuckers. You know, the progressive guy that keep raising the bar. We them. We ain't y'all. Come on, y'all better put some respect on us. Matter of fact, just stay out of our lanes. Just talk about what y'all know. Mr. Morales, stay on the presser. Stay talking about line breeding and pure breed only. Stay on that. Don't talk about mutts and they ain't this and they ain't that. And don't talk about thoroughbreds. We don't know shit about them. Don't talk about that shit, because when you meet somebody like myself, I'm going to take you to school, man. Whether you like it or not, whether you receive it or not. And anybody who reads this, they're going to know that, oh, that nigga coach know what he's talking about. Of course, Mr. Morales, he just stuck in his ways. But I digress. I digress. So hold on. I want to show y'all one more thing before we cook. Before we cook, I want to show you one more thing. I want to show you guys one more thing. Hopefully you guys follow that. We about to get into it. We about to get into it. You know, I gotta share my week. I gotta share my week. Y'all saw how I handled the OG. Y'all saw I handled them respectfully. That's how you're supposed to handle the OGs. Not supposed to be disrespectful. And I wasn't disrespectful. So salute to you, schoolboy, Mr. Morales. Salute to you, schoolboy and Mr. Morales. Nothing but respect. Now I want to show you guys something else, and then we're gonna cook tonight in the classroom. Because I like to show and tell you guys, a lot of people talk about shit. They run their fucking mouths because that's the internet. It's about running your mouth. Who can run their mouth the best? But they don't show you what they're talking about. The coach like to show you what he's talking about because I really do study. You know what I'm saying? I really do study. Some of y'all don't want to study. You should. I would hope that you would. I would hope that you would take a pleasure in studying because I do. Okay, I do. Okay, now I shared this screen. Now, remember when I told you all that the coach wants to hopefully get his dogs and have my program positioned to be able to sell to the military, to the Department of Defense, aka the Department of War. Now, in order for me to even get remotely close to that, I need to study those who have. Not those who talk about shit that they ain't never did, right? Because that's what you get on the internet. Talk about what they heard, what they read, not what they did. So I've already told y'all that I've been focusing my program and my gifts and talents as an artist to create dogs for the military, okay? So who better to fucking follow and study than this man? Ken Lickdale Von Leche Kennels. Okay, now if I slaughtered his name, Lickerder Von Leche Kennels. If I slaughtered his name, y'all can read. Y'all can read. But anyway, because I really want to do this, and I really want to follow someone who has done it at the highest level, this is who I study. So remember when I told you guys back when that there was a gentleman, this gentleman who bought dogs from the military, who was a buyer for the military, and how the military was the biggest buyer of dogs in the world. And those dog men and dog women in Europe, they had a certain level of dog, but the military wanted a certain type of dog and needed them bigger and shit like that. Remember I told you guys about that? Now, Mr. Morales, he don't know nothing about this because he don't do this. He's not this guy. Of course he's going to say his brother, what he heard, what he saw in his county. Of course he go, because he don't think outside the box. He think what he sees is that's it. That's what Mr. Morales thinks. But, the culture, I'm an engineer, man. I'm 360 with the math, man. I'm 360 with the mind, so I'm always trying to think. I'm trying to find. I'm seeking. Seeking you shall find. So I seeked and I found this guy. Now, I'm going to play about 7 minutes of this, and then it's going to confirm to you all and Mr. Morales, even though he might not be watching, I don't care, that they've been mixing dogs, okay? They've been mixing dogs. So here, let's play it. Let's play it from an expert, and fucking expert, not no motherfucking spectator, not no naysayer, not no commentator, a person who's in the field, like EA Sports in the game. Let's hear from the horse's mouth, okay? Here we go.
I could not do it. I opened the door and this thing unfolded out of the back of this little bitty thing, and it crawled right up, put its paws both sides of my head, and began to spit into my face. And they're screaming, "You got him, buddy." I don't have, I'm negotiating with this dog. I'm the good boy. He finally dropped down off of me, and I know to turn, don't face him.
Mm-hmm.
And he began to headbutt me. I'm going, okay. He never bit me.
Mm.
And that dog became the first Bouvier in the United States Air Force.
I think everybody knows you. I think they've got to look. I think they got to look at you. They know you from your TV show. Which what was that show called again?
Alpha Dogs.
Alpha Dogs, right? That was an awesome show.
Thank you.
I got to say that.
I wish more people felt that way.
I think more people felt that way, but I think for some reason it didn't get. I don't know why. I can't figure that out. We're going to talk about that in another. We're going to do another podcast. We're going to do two.
Great.
But you've done some pretty amazing things. Kenny Licklider, Von Lick Kennels, and I think what I want to focus on first, because in honor to.
Here's a hot take. If you have a message inside you that people are meant to hear, it'll never make the impact that it truly deserves.
Stoops, who introduced us.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about the beginning of the dogs in special operations.
Oh, okay.
I think that would be a really good place to start, because that's kind of what you're known for.
Yes, I mean, people know, the people in our career field know where all that started, but it wasn't something that we could put out and use, as any kind of advertisement whatsoever. But I'm very proud of it. We put guys in harm's way and we lost no one ever, and we're proud of that.
That's pretty amazing. And so, but there's different kinds of dogs. Like if we look at the average military patrol dog, that's not what you're talking about.
No, sir.
Right. You're talking about a whole different level. And I think that's what I want to go into, because these dogs are the most elite dogs in the world. And
I got to stop there real quick. You heard what he said. These ain't regular dogs. These are the most elite dogs, okay? Elite dogs, high performance dogs, the highest level of dogs. You heard what the man said. There's levels to this shit. There's levels to this dog man shit. We are at the highest level. That's what I teach y'all. I teach you guys the highest level of performance dogs, not regular shit, not regular shit, not okay shit, not good shit, not great shit, but elite. That's what I teach y'all, okay? That's what I'm showing y'all. I'm showing you guys that I know what the fuck I'm doing and what the fuck I'm talking about, and I study. I don't assume that I know. Oh, I assume, because I just know what I know is the gospel. I don't teach like that. I tell y'all to study. Carry on. Now, let me carry on. I mean, let me calm it down. Let's go.
I think you kind of covered a little bit on that on the alpha dogs. I kind of got a taste of it, although you didn't really mention it. But and we can't mention what the certain special ops, the certain divisions of the military, the elitist of the elite.
Right.
But how did that whole thing start? We talked about it at dinner. So let's put it out here for people to hear.
It was interesting. I've been working on my own. I retired in '93, and we had our kennel going, and we were working with the U.S. Secret Service quite a bit. And one day I got a phone call from Brian Mowry, and he says, I've got a customer that they need some help with their detection. Okay. They showed up Monday morning, and out in the parking lot were these black, SUVs. And there were guys that got out of them that I instantly knew I was dealing with some sort of military, group. And what they were doing is they said they needed help with their detection. They had a dog with them, and I didn't get all the details right away, but this dog was in the back of one of these cars, and they're talking to me. And I said, hey, can you get the dog out? And they told me about how they went over, they were sent into Europe to the top dog trainer to get the best dog. And he mentioned it was a female, and I didn't know her name, and I'd been going over there for years. And I'm looking at this dog, and not trying to be a bad guy. Right in the middle of the conversation, I interrupted Brian. I said, I'm going to take off running. You send that dog after me. I didn't have a suit on. I didn't have a sleeve on.
No sleeve, nothing. Okay.
But I knew nothing was going to happen. And he freaks. I can't do that. This is a pH 2. I said, I don't care if it's a pH 104. Send this thing on me. And he wouldn't do it. So I said, watch. And all I did was turn and got big. And this damn thing ran behind his handler. And I didn't do it to embarrass anybody, but
sure.
I'm a patriot. I'm a retired military member. And these guys were getting ready to go over to do the real thing with this dog. Well, I walked away because I didn't want to be in the middle of this. But by the time it was done, they ended up coming to Von Lick Kennels, and we started their program. It was great. I was so excited because I'm working with the top tier guys in the world, and we started their program. And while we were doing,
he's working with the top tier guys in the world, the U.S. military. He was selected to do that. Okay, so I mean, understand who we dealing with here. Understand who this guy is. He's not no regular motherfucker. Okay, this is why you pay attention to this guy, not people who are not of the level of this guy. Okay, this is why I study and pay attention to him, because I want to be on his level. Okay, that's who you follow, that's who you mimic, the people that you want to be like, not people who don't do what you do. Let's carry on.
And that, not long afterwards, the SEALs ended up coming too, and we started their program. So it was an exciting time in our lives. We were putting dogs into Iraq ourselves. We had more dogs in the war than the regular army did.
He had more dogs in Iraq in the war than the regular army did. Okay, well, shit, I need to pay attention to you then, because that's what I want to be. Carry on.
What do you mean by that? You mean as far as not non-military dogs?
No, they were us,
Right.
guys that I hired and trained.
Got it.
Dogs that I imported. I tried to read. I had something in my head about what a special forces dog should be,
Mhm.
and it wasn't what. When I came in, it was a 100-pound German Shepherd,
Right.
and these guys are running, gunning, jumping in and out of helicopters, and doing this fast stuff, fast roping. And for them to have a 100-pound dog,
Yeah.
and I had been one of the first people to go into Europe for the military in 1980.
Okay, he was one of the first. He was the first to go into Europe for the military. He was the first. Who am I going to listen to? Huh? Am I going to listen to Mr. Morales? Am I going to listen to him? Or am I going to listen to this guy? Okay, let's keep it going.
82 to buy those 6 breeds that we wanted to test, and one of them was the Malinois.
What were the other ones?
Well, we bought Malinois, German Shepherds, of course,
Mhm.
Bouviers, Giant Schnauzers,
Oh.
Rottweilers, and Dobermans.
Okay.
Everybody says, well, what about the Dutch Shepherd? Well, the Dutch Shepherd didn't exist back then. He was a Malinois
Mhm.
with stripes.
Yeah.
So
Did you hear what he said about the Dutch Shepherd? He said the Dutch Shepherd didn't exist. He was a Malinois with stripes. That's what a Dutch Shepherd was back in the day, back in the 80s. Let's keep it going.
I fell in love with the Malinois. They were little bitty dogs.
Yeah.
They were not what we see now.
Mhm.
And they were little.
They were little bitty dogs back in the 80s. They were not what you see now. Well, damn it, coach. If I kept line breeding those little itty bitty dogs, wouldn't they be fucking little itty bitty dogs still? Of course I know better, but some people would tell you the bullshit. Let's keep it going.
Handler eating, spinning son of a guns.
Mhm.
But we loved them. Ball drives and their tenacity, they're afraid of nothing. So, as Americans, I was over there on the first 2-bite trips, and we looked at them and we said, we're Americans. We don't like little Macs. We like Big Macs. And I swear they went behind the tool shed that day and began to crossbreed.
Mm.
That's why the Malinois.
Mr. Morales, any naysayers in the background who don't fucking understand how to make dogs. Did you hear this gentleman who got the fucking accolades that you don't? Who get top tier military contracts that you would never get? Telling these people, hey man, your fucking Malinois are too fucking small. You want this money? We need them big. We need the Big Macs. What he said he did? They went behind the tool shed and started mixed breeding. Oh shit, Mr. Morales. What did you say, Mr. Morales? Mr. Morales, please don't take my passion as disrespect. Respect the culture, though. You better respect the culture.
Has such a diverse look to it.
Yeah.
And they bred it with Mastiffs. They bred it with Shepherds. The Malaherd is one of the most popular dogs, and most people don't know they are Malaherds. They're mixes.
Right.
And that's what those guys are. They're mad scientists. They know this drive, and they were breeding them, and they were breeding them for us because we became the largest purchaser of dogs in Europe.
Your health deserves more than guesswork. At Prenuvo, our whole body MRI scans for hundreds of.
And that Malaherd is obviously a German Shepherd and a Malinois,
Yes.
right?
Oh, yeah.
And that started back then just to build more size into them?
They wanted to build size. Everything's about the money.
Sure.
And we were a big customer now. So they were going to make us what we wanted.
Mhm.
And the little Malinois was just, they were just small.
Mhm.
So we built them, and we built them too big. They
Mhm.
became little giraffes. I mean, they were bred with some big, tall dogs, and they still had that drive. So we said, well, let's bring it back. And that's what built what we see today. They brought it back. They tried to get it more pure. And now that you've got that standard 70 pounder, that all look the same. The pedigree Malinois, the Dupatois and those with the white blaze and the black face, you don't see much of that anymore, but they're still out there.
So you like the Malinois base? You were a big fan of the Malinois. That was one you would have wanted to just use.
Those are my boys.
You still like them the most?
Oh yes. Now I'm not saying that. I'm open-minded.
I know. I get it.
Okay. I mean, I could drop the mic on Mr. Morales right now. Mastiffs? Oh, if I told him that they put the Malinois with he wouldn't believe it. Great Danes? Oh, he would, all the shit to make them bigger. He wouldn't believe it, would he? Would the closed-minded individual believe it? No, because they never studied. They never did their own research. They never dealt with people who had big pockets, government pockets, that was buying dogs for the military. Navy SEALs, all the armed forces. He said those breeders overseas was like mad scientists because they knew where the money was at. They didn't want them small ass Malinois. And the reason why the Malinois are what they are today is because they was crossbreeding, not line breeding that same old bullshit. You see why I can have poise when I talk to people like Mr. Morales? Because forgive them, Father, because they know not what they say. Father. He slapped the right cheek. I give him the left because he don't know no better. Even if I forced this fucking hot food down his throat, he would throw it up. I don't have nothing to prove to Mr. Morales or people like him. I know better. I study the shit for real. Not only do I study it, I do it. I know if I had a military contract and this man was coming to me and I'm already locked in, he says, look, man, I like your dogs, man, but they're just too small. Coach, you got to get in the lab. I'm getting in the lab. The coach is getting in the lab. I'm not thinking like Mr. Morales, and I'm going to keep line breeding the same bullshit. I'm going to take whatever breed is going to make my shit bigger. I'm going to match the shit up with my skill set, and then I'm going to line breed it to make it have a type. I'm going to use every breeding tactic in my genetic toolbox. That's what I'm going to do because I'm an engineer. I really do this shit. I really make dogs. I wanted to share that with you. And then let me, there's one more part of this I want to show y'all. It's a real small little segment. Hold on. And then we're going to get to cooking tonight. The coach got to do, I got to show y'all. People talk too much on the internet. People try to discredit motherfuckers who really do this shit, who know better than them, because I got the dogs. I got the formulas. I made the mistakes. Have you? You got the DNA like I do? How many different breeds you got in your DNA in your cabinet? Huh? How many different versions of the same dog you got? Huh? How many of the prepotent offspring do you have that could be superstars like their daddy? How many do you got? Probably not any, if one. Hold on. We almost there. We almost get it. I got to show y'all this is the new year. We got to kick it off right. Y'all. Come on, man. Come on. The coach got to take y'all to school, man. So hold on. One more thing and we going to cook. Yeah. 104. Here we go. All right. Listen to this.
That in the war?
No.
Oh, we had tons of them.
Pit bulls.
Pit bulls. They're some of the best detector dogs you can never get, but it's that stigma. I've put pit bulls here in the States, but you just can't as a rule. But we had tons of them in Afghanistan.
Did y'all know they had pit bulls in Afghanistan? Huh? So those of you, so-called gatekeepers of the pit bull and game pit bulls and, the guys who do protection and all that type of shit with their pit bulls, they had them in the military? I bet you didn't know that, huh? And if you did, you still hate on motherfuckers who try to do something different with the pit bull, huh? Instead of having fighting each other for your glory, huh? You can't do nothing different with your pit bull, huh? But you know, the military used them back in the day, huh? Imagine if you took your skill set, like I'ma do, and you took your pit bulls with prey drive and you made them fucking warriors where they can die in honor instead of die for your fucking, your shits and giggles, right? Get killed for your sport. You don't give a fuck about them goddamn pit bulls in a box. They don't do for you, you kill them. You don't love them. But imagine a warrior, huh? When it dies on the battlefield, it comes back with the Purple Heart. It comes back with the Medal of Honor. Your dogs get fucking buried in a goddamn unknown grave, huh? Because they lost for you. Let's carry on.
We'll talk about that because I worked in the shelters for a long time rescuing dogs. And I mean, it's not my breed. Like I've got a certain, it's a total vanity thing for me. Like they have to have that mask. They have to, I'm a totally vain person. I hate that about myself. Like I don't even want like a working line out mountain. I want a show line. It has to,
you got to look good, right?
But the pit bulls in the shelter, I've seen so many that are so really amazing.
They're
dogs,
magnificent,
right?
looking. Yes.
So now coming from you saying that and saying this amazing skill they have.
Oh yeah.
So, because that's not known of a lot. And we have to admit there is dog aggression issues.
It's not known because of the people that have them that have made them stupid.
Okay.
And so everybody that sees that and sees those news reports of this, they think they're all like that.
Right.
Oh shit. I love it. People that have them, he didn't, you know, he says make them, but they breed them stupid. They breed them to be one-trick ponies. Only want to fight and bite. That's what he said. You heard what he says. I believe him. I believe him because I understand how to breed. I understand how to make a dog fucking psycho and just want to fight. That's easy. That's easy to make a dog psycho. Okay. And want to fight. Okay. Whether it wins or not, it's in the will of the dog. But it's easy to breed that fight. And what he called them is stupid. Stupid. Being game to the point of no return. And having no motherfucking fight or flight is a stupid dog. Okay, you can fight and be courageous. But when it's time for you to tap out, and if you are the coach or you are the handler, and you see your dog about to fucking, lay down his life, you're supposed to put him back. Just like a boxer. You won't let your boxer die in a fucking ring, but you let your dog die in a ring, huh? That's a stupid dog. Just like, your fighter want to fight, and he, in his mind, he's like, I still got hope, but he getting pummeled. What do you do as a trainer? You throw in a towel. You throw in the fucking towel. You're like, oh, hold on, man. Hold on. This wasn't your day. Come here, man. You still got the heart. I love you, man. Matter of fact, we're going to heal you up. Boom, boom, boom. Don't worry about it. You come back next time. We're going to do it again. But I'm not going to kill you. But you know how that dog world is. The game dog world is, they're breeding one-trick ponies. One-trick ponies are. Like he said, they're stupid. Let's keep going.
This dog, you could lay your baby on him. And we've had many more.
Yeah.
Many more.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I love them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when because they also say that pit bull is not really a breed per se. It's like more of a classification, but like it's a Staffordshire Terrier. It's a American Pit Bull Terrier. You're going for that line, right? I mean,
I don't know which one he was.
Yeah, okay. But he looked like it's your standard.
What you're going to find out about me, we do thousands and thousands of dogs, and we don't have one pedigree.
Okay.
It's not.
I love sharing with y'all. Shout out to 2026, man. I hope y'all respect the coach, man. I hope y'all respect the coach that I share with y'all, man. I share with y'all my classroom. This man, I mean, shit, I wish I was him. I hope that I get on his level. I respect what he's done and his accomplishments. I respect his knowledge. When a man like him of his status, hundreds of thousands of dogs. I've been doing this since the 70s and the 80s, and I've been working for the military. I've been buying dogs for the military, and all the shit that I've done. I got dogs in Iraq. More dogs. I have more dogs than the military got in Iraq because I'm, like a guy like him who tells you on a podcast, I don't give a fuck about a pedigree, but everybody's trying to fucking move dogs on pedigree. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? When the coach tell y'all to worry about the dog in front of you, and if that dog can produce what's in front of you, when I tell y'all to keep it simple, KISS method, And this dog man tells you that he's got an unlimited budget from the federal government. He's responsible for buying dogs for the Navy SEALs, the Air Force, the Navy, all the shit, man. He done told you all that. He tells you he don't give a fuck about a pedigree. Why are y'all worried about a pedigree for? Especially when y'all don't know the genetic characteristics of them dogs. You never assessed them. You don't understand them. You don't understand who their grandparent was, who the great grandparent. You don't understand those genetic characteristics. You never seen it. You don't got the notes of it. You don't take meticulous notes how they do with thoroughbred racehorses. No, you just look at a name and you see whatever, a title or whatever it might be, and you think you can breed dogs off of that. Ain't that something? But it's great when you hear a man like him of his caliber, which, imagine what type of a government contract did he get money-wise. This man has a 600-acre facility. Do you want one of those? I want one of those. I'm asking God to give me 100. If he gives me more than 100, thank you, God. Praise the Lord. I'm praying to God and working. I want to work toward 100 acres. That's where I'm at. Okay. He has 600 acres. He got. If you go look him up. Go look him up. Go follow him on Instagram. Go look him up. He don't got a lot of content on there because he getting money. He's got everything you can. He's got a damn dog training amusement park. All the police, all the special forces, all the shit go to his place. This is who I look up to. This is who I listen to. I don't listen to nobody else talking and shit. Sound like a foreign language to me. I don't understand. You're not helping me raise the bar. You're not elevating my thinking. Let's keep going.
Necessary.
Yeah, I know.
I'm lying. We'll get a few.
I know what you mean.
We'll get a few, but pedigree is the last thing I give a crap about. It's their drives and their instincts.
Right. But you're also not breeding the dogs, are you?
We tried that.
Okay.
Just like everybody else. And I didn't want to do it, but we tried it. And we quit, just like the military has 17 times and everybody else. The problem with the breeding program, if it worked, who do you think would be doing it?
You.
Yes.
You'd be making a fortune.
I'd be making a fortune, but
Yeah.
it doesn't work. And it doesn't work because of our society.
Tell me.
European society is everybody's in a dog club. Dogs go with them everywhere they go, from the restaurant to their friends' houses. United States, they're tied up to a tree, and we mess with them when we got time.
Man. See, I pay attention to class, y'all. You know what I mean? They tied up to a tree, and you pay attention to them till you got time. Shit, I'm just so grateful that I know what I know. I'm grateful that God called me to be who I am today in life. As the coach, man, as the shepherd of shepherds, man, to show y'all through example how to be. Not through my fucking words. Okay? And when you hear a man say this, he tried, and a lot of people tried and failed. The military tried and failed, but the Europeans overseas, we already talked about why everybody go overseas to Europe to get their competition working dog, because they live the shit. They live it. They imprint their dogs when they fucking born. And they really do this shit. And I get why. I understand why. Because you're getting military money. You're getting federal government money. If I was getting federal government money, you know how fucking cold my fucking program would be? If I was getting money from the U.S. government, from the government of India, Pakistan, wherever, because they know we got the best dog program, we gonna give them when the United States tell me, Coach, I need bigger, stronger, faster. I'm not gonna keep breeding dogs from 40, 30 years ago. Think about that shit. I got a military contract. It is big bread. And they tell me, Coach, I need you to think outside the box. Them dogs is too fucking small. We in America, we want Big Macs, Coach. I like you, Coach. I like how you operate. I like your dogs, but they not big enough. I know you put a lot of time in. You better get in the lab, or I'm gonna take this money somewhere else. Oh boy, you know what the coach is gonna do? You know what those Europeans did? They went in the lab. I digress. Let's keep going. I'm out of this. One more thing, and then we're gonna cook. One more I want to show. I just want to show this. And then we're going to cook. Bear with me, it's 2026, y'all. Come on, man. It's the classroom. It's the classroom, y'all. I mean, shit, it's 2026. Ain't no fucking classroom like it. God damn, I be showing y'all the shit. I mean, I like to do show and tell. I got to show y'all. Okay, this is for Mr. Morales, for the KMPV type dogs, okay? You see the title, Our Dutch Shepherd Mutts. Okay, now this is her perspective. This is like, what, 4 years ago? Let me look. 4 years ago. Our Dutch Shepherd Mutts. So, before we kick off, let's listen to her. Real short. It's only 6 minutes. Just listen. Just hear her out. We're going to start the classroom right after this.
Are Dutch Shepherds just mutts? Well, a lot of people wonder that, and there is some truth to it. However, when bred properly, they're super mutts. Same as the Malinois. However, if you're dealing with FCI pedigreed bloodline,
Damn, same as the Malinois, they're super mutts? Dutch Shepherds and Malinois are super mutts? Oh, let's keep going.
then it's a completely different breed. But when you're dealing with the dogs coming from the KNPV lines, they are allowed to have other breeds in them.
Oh, shit. Mr. Morales. Y'all heard what Mr. Morales said, right? You heard what this woman says in Canada, right? 4 years ago. The KMPV lines are allowed to have other breeds in their dogs. Mr. Morales said they're not. They don't. They're purebred. The purebred German Shepherds. That's what Mr. Morales says, right? So if I was dumb and naive and not a student of the game and don't do this shit, I might have believed Mr. Morales because, you know what? He's an OG. And you want to respect your elders. And, you know, he might know he got more experience in dogs from life. So he must be right. And this is why, you know, you got to do your own homework. So let's carry on.
Pit bull is typically what most of them have.
Pit bull is typically what's in Dutch Shepherds. Oh, did y'all know that? We know that, but some people, Mr. Morales didn't know that. Let's keep going.
A lot of the time you can tell by their really short coats. And when they're panting, you see all the jaw tissue inside their mouths when they're panting. They have big heads. They have the tight, squinty, intense eyes like a pit. There's other breeds crossed into them too. There's German Shepherd, which in my opinion, the German Shepherd is the best cross. If it's a good German Shepherd, you get a better balanced dog that has some civil aggression. But they claim there's Great Dane, there's Rottweiler, there's Mastiffs, there's all sorts of different breeds that have been crossed in that are allowed to be crossed in.
Oh, shit. Did you guys hear all those different breeds that was crossed in the Dutch Shepherd? Did you hear that? I know Mr. Morales didn't know that, right? That's why I turned the other cheek, because he didn't. Forgive him, Father. He don't know what he don't know, Father. He don't know no better, Father. That's why I turned the other cheek on the OG. Keep it going.
As the dogs are bred strictly for function and performance, not for anything else. If the dogs can do the work, then they're absolutely desired. The KNPV program is an incredibly strict program. It's not easy. In Holland, it does equal a police dog title. So the dogs have to be really well bred in order to get the title. However, just because they have the bloodlines doesn't mean they're good dogs.
Uh-oh. Just because you have the blood, whatever it might be that you call pure, doesn't mean you have great dogs or good dogs. Okay? Just because your shit is so-called pure doesn't mean you have the best dogs. I know that. Some people might not know that. Let's carry on.
I've had more dogs from KNPV bloodlines piss all over themselves for no reason at all. Just because somebody walks up to them on a sidewalk while you're out walking them or something. So just because it's a Dutch Shepherd or a Malinois coming from KNP program, KNVP, doesn't mean that you're getting a machine of a dog. The good ones.
And that's a fact too. Just because you say mine's is KNPV versus pure lines don't mean your shit is fucking top tier. That's a fact. Everything plays. We know better than that. We don't classify our dogs off of a line. We classify them off the dog. That's what we do. Let's carry on.
Ones definitely. But there's definitely pit bull. That's probably the most common gene crossing within the breed.
Mr. Morales, naysayers in the back. There's definitely pit bull in them KNPV line dogs. The most common one that they use is the pit bull. Oh, you didn't know that, sir? Now you know now.
But again, like I said, not the FCI dogs. They probably are pure. I don't really know much about them. My very first Dutch Shepherd was an FCI dog. Nice dog, but very different from the KNPV stuff that I did have. However, a lot of people do call it a purebred dog. It's not. Like, look at that puppy's head. That's one of my puppies. I can't show you other people's dogs. I'm only showing photos of dogs I've owned. But that's a pit bull head. Even that's a pit bull type head.
They don't know no better. Forgive them, Father, because they know not what they know. They don't know no better, Father. They don't know how to look at a Dutch Shepherd and know what they put in it, especially when you know how to mask the motherfucker, right? You a master breeder, you know how to disguise it. They don't know what you added. But somebody who don't know no better would tell you there's no such thing. There's no way. There's no way they would do that. Why? Pure, 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 pure. Sounds good. Sounds good.
She would hang on a spring pole all day long if you let her. And he definitely was pit bull type. And even the breeders or the trainers told me that there was pit bull in the pedigree. Now that doesn't make it a bad dog. Not at all. As the blood was put in there for a purpose, and it definitely serves its purpose. But I would definitely say they're mutts. And that is why when you see Dutch Shepherds that come out of Holland, the breeders in Holland and the trainers and the sellers, they call them cross. They have an X in front of their name. It'll say X Dutch Shepherd, cross Dutch Shepherd, because they are not claiming them to be pure. They're bred solely to be working dogs.
Solely to be working dogs. When you're an engineer, you're adding parts to your dogs, especially when you want them to be better, especially when you got a military contract worth hundreds of millions of dollars, whatever your contract might be with the federal government of the United States or whatever, right? You're going to cross whatever you got to cross to get that money. You heard what the motherfucker said? You heard what the OG that was on the podcast said? It's about the money, right? Let's keep going.
However, they can't market them as pit bull crosses because most police departments don't want anything to do with any pit bull type dog.
So they lie and say they're full blood Dutch Shepherds. We don't lie over here, chat, classroom. We tell the truth over here. But you heard what she said. They can't tell them that they threw the pit bull in there for more grit, more fight drive, more durability, because to the police, they look like regular Dutch Shepherds, To Mr. Morales, they look like regular Dutch Shepherds, German Shepherds, and Malinois. To him, because he's not a master breeder like we are. Let's keep going.
Dog, unfortunately. It's just a PR thing, I'm guessing. but they are. They are mutts. No different than a band dog. They're like a shepherd type band dog. They're bred for performance, and they certainly can perform. In my opinion, they're one of the greatest breeds out there.
Damn, in her opinion, the cross Dutch Shepherds is the fucking greatest breed out there. In her opinion, they're bred to perform. Isn't that what we all about over here, guys? Isn't that what we all about? High performance, whatever the formula is. Is that what we all about? Performance. You hear from a woman who has these type of dogs. They're bred to perform. They were bred for performance. Let's keep it going.
But they aren't purebred in the sense of what people would consider purebred. I never had any that had super short coats. All my dogs had double coats or long coats like Vivid. But there's a lot of people out there that have Dutch Shepherds and Malinois that have a coat just like a pit bull. It's a super short, tight coat. I would prefer that type of coat, as it's probably less messy to live with. But that's the truth. And those within the breed, they know that's the truth. But most people nowadays buying the dogs don't know that. They have no idea.
Like Mr. Morales and others like him, they have no idea. Let's digress off of this. Man, let me go ahead and let me remove this shit right here. Man, I mean, god damn it, man. Shit, man. Shit. How many fucking times do we have to teach this shit for people to comprehend that, for one, every fucking breed amongst mankind was mixed with either a breed type that a certain individual or individuals wanted to fucking focus on, a genetic characteristic that individuals and groups of individuals wanted to focus on to create, or different breeds that you saw that wasn't like your dogs that you said, hey, you use your imagination, your creativity. Hey, what if I took that dog, they're both dogs, I took that dog with my dog, that dog that I saw don't have what my dog has. So I'm gonna take that one, breed it with mine, fucking keep everything, watch them, observe them, and then I'm gonna breed them. And like, what happened to that? What happened to that mental process? Why is everything focused on so-called pure? If you want to rock with a line that is the same, you can do that. And you want to call it pure, call it that. You're okay with that. But do not, I'm not putting the fucking flag down for us. Do not clown, do not downplay what we doing, because your dog wouldn't even be pure if it wasn't for us. If it wasn't for people like us who mixed the breed that made your dog pure, you wouldn't even have that pure breed dog. I digress. Let me share the goddamn link. Okay. Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year to all my dog men and dog women engineers. I know it's hard. I know it's hard for people to just take that type of, real talk from the coach. But I mean, that's who I am. I mean, it is what it is. So I mean, I gotta give it to y'all real and raw. People can take it. They don't have to. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, at least coach telling y'all the truth. At least coach telling y'all the truth. The link is in the chat. If you qualify, please hit that link. The link is in the chat. If you qualify, please hit that link. And I'm gonna put the topic tonight in the banner, in the ticker. Okay. But we're gonna cook tonight. We're gonna cook tonight. And if you guys have a short attention span, you might want to leave. It is what it is. You know what I mean? We engineers, man. We nerds. We come here to learn. We don't come here for that fucking entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Young Betty.
Salute, Coach. Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year, man. Hey, did I represent us? The coach ready? Did I handle it correctly, ready? What you think, man? Did I do good?
Nah, you got him, man. You bodied him.
Was I respectful to the OGs?
Yeah.
I wasn't disrespectful to none of them. I didn't curse them out.
You was very chill, very lax.
Okay, so I mean, damn.
It could have went a whole different way, man.
I mean, shit. That's what we pioneers. Ready? We supposed to show them another way. We supposed to show the dog world another way how to. We're not here to exclude nobody. We're not here to downplay no. Whether we agree with you or not, we're not going to downplay what you do. You just not on that level. It is what it
Right.
is.
Right.
Birthday.
Salute, coach. Salute, Reed.
Salute, Verde, man.
Birthday is ready.
Oh, right. Ready. My bad. I always do say Reed for some reason.
Yeah, it's ready. Hey, I'm
Ready.
gonna use the restroom, man. I mean,
Hold on. Let me say that again. Ready.
yeah. That's right. Hey, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
Salute, homie.
Hey,
Yo,
go ahead and elaborate on what you know. I mean, you come on, ready. You can elaborate. Y'all communicate. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
yeah, man.
Know what
What you thought about that, man?
So thinking about what you were just saying about the Dutch Shepherds,
Yeah,
kind of
man.
made me think about bull herders in a way, you know, with how they taking some of these Dutch Shepherds and the Dutch Belgian Malinois. I say Dutch Belgian Malinois. What the hell, Belgian Malinois, and they running them back to pit bulls to get these bull herder type breeds. But judging by what you just said about the Dutch Shepherd,
Like
they
they're already Dutch
You see what I'm
Dutch
doing?
herders.
Bull herder, yeah, because pretty much it's a bull family breed that was taken to a herd
Yeah.
type of breed. So, and then it got even with the what she said with the mastiff being behind it. It was a few other breeds she said, but
Rottweiler,
right. So a lot.
Great Dane.
And wasn't Rottweilers? They was like protection dogs and herding dogs too back then, right? They protect livestock, live guardian dogs.
Yep.
So
And
I
they
respect how they use the dogs that they use. My bad. Go ahead, ready?
think they used them they were like butcher dogs. Like the Rottweiler was like a butcher's dog. Where he
Facts.
had to like fucking
If you
put the
had money
milk.
back then, you had a Rottweiler.
I had a Rott. I actually found my joint, a female. And I thought it was my boy's Rott. And we brought that shit to his crib. And he called this joint and that shit ran down the steps. And I was like, oh, this is my shit now. And that joint was like, but that joint wasn't a killer. That joint was like a sweetheart and shit. But it had like the meanest bark.
Mm. Some real livestock stuff. You feel me? You know, some of them dogs, that's all they need is a bark for real.
Yeah.
But once again, when we talking about high performance military contracts, you need more than just a
You
dog.
need more than that.
Yeah.
Right? So
Oh, yeah.
ready. You remember me telling y'all about this before I showed you I told y'all about this guy I've been watching.
Yep.
Okay, I just showed you guys the first year of 2026. Okay, when I speak to you guys, I don't speak to you in theory. I really study. I tell y'all to study. I tell y'all to do what I do. I tell y'all to take notes. I'm not just saying things just because on Thursday nights I want to act like I'm an authority. I'm telling y'all what I learned and what I know and what I do.
Fact.
So when a military guy like that who gets military contracts, who I wanted, who was commissioned by the military to buy dogs for the military, and he says he only buys elite dogs, Navy SEALs, special, all the shit, right? His dogs are better than what the military has in their program. He already, and I said, study him. He got the pedigree. He got, excuse me, he got the accolades. When he tells them, hey, the Malinois is cool, but we like Big Macs in the United States. So if you want to do business with us, we need them bigger. And he said what they did in the 80s.
Facts.
So you think I'm going to believe someone like Mr. Morales? Ready?
Hell no.
Come on, man. You think I'm going to downplay mixing dogs to create bigger ones so I can get the money for the military?
Nope.
What? You think I'm going to keep line breeding? Ready? To make bigger dogs if I don't got bigger dog DNA in my fucking lines?
Nah.
Of course I ain't. But you know what? Everybody's pure breeding and nobody mixes dogs. What a fucking lie. We know better, but some people believe the lie. Some people really do believe this fucking lie.
What he said? He said his
Chihuahua.
brother.
Hey, ready? Chat. You can take a Chihuahua and make him into a German Shepherd by keep breeding Chihuahuas.
Hell yeah.
The fuck's wrong with y'all? Not us, but those individuals. What's wrong with them?
You could turn that shit into a pit bull.
Yeah, take a Chihuahua and breed Chihuahuas into a pit bull. We know better than that. We know better than that. But there's some people, and it's fine, who are trying to learn that follow people off of what they say, not what they're doing. And that's why I always tell you guys, I'm a player coach. Y'all can see what I'm talking about and what I'm doing. I'm not talking about some shit I did a long time ago, or what somebody else, or my homeboy, my pot Reddy did, Verde did, and I watched Verde do it, and I watched this dog, and this is how you do it, because I watched this dog, or I studied this pedigree, and this is what I learned off the. No, I'm telling you about what I'm doing in my own fucking lab. I'm studying people who have done what I've done, did what I did, or doing what I'm doing, or doing something I haven't done. So there's a difference. Like I said, this is a progressive classroom. I don't want us to be stale in our dogman mind mentality. I don't want us to be stale. I want us to always be trying to try shit and figuring out theories and figuring out if theories are true or false. And we know theories are meant to be made or broken. You can make a theory true, or you can break the theory into another truth. That's why I gave y'all that example of Skunk Works. Lockheed Martin, aka Lockheed Martin. How the Aerojet engineers was like, no, you can't do 90-degree angles. That's not good for aerodynamics. Hell no. The fuck, that's the holy grail of airplanes. Aerodynamics, aeroplanes, what the fuck, 90-degree angles? Hell no. Oh yeah? Like I said, look at all the stealth airplanes and tell me see all those hard angles in those stealth airplanes that we see. Look at them.
Yeah.
That wasn't because somebody was just line breeding all the fucking time, or inbreeding all the time, or outcrossing all the time, or mixed breeding all the time. No, it was somebody who used it all. He didn't throw the aerodynamics in the trash. He used it all. We got aerodynamics and we got the angles. We got the angles, hard angles, and aerodynamics. We don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. But anyway, I digress. Man, let's cook up tonight, man. Right? Let's go to the classroom, because, man, I mean, shit. We can go on and on and on and on and on.
There's another category you could have put in there. Heinz 57.
Oh, what's that?
That's a little bit of everything.
Is that like another term that they use?
Yeah.
Heinz 57?
Yep.
Okay.
That's a little bit of everything.
Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. So we're gonna share our screen already. Like I always tell you, help me out, assist me. Guys and gals in the chat, I am not your English teacher, man. Okay, I'm going to illustrate for you guys, narrate for you guys, okay? But I put all the things that I'm reading is on the screen. So if you want to go back and read it yourself, read it yourself. As a matter of fact, I would advise you to do it, because I read it. I'm reading it to you guys. But if I mispronounce a name of something, don't hold me accountable. I'm not your fucking English teacher, man. I'm just a coach, okay? X's and O's, okay? Pay attention in class. But ready? You see anything in the chat I need to add? Let me know, coach. Somebody said, woo, blah, blah, blah. Participate in the chat, you guys.
Gotcha.
Okay. So tonight's topic, the term mongrel. I know you guys heard that before, right?
Yeah.
What about mutt? What about mutt? Have y'all heard mutt before?
Yep.
What about mixed breed? You heard mixed breed before?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is new in our class. They haven't heard composite breed. I ain't never heard them use composite breed before. Have you heard them use that already?
Nah.
No,
only over here.
Yeah, only over here. Only over here have you guys ever heard composite. Hey, salute Tony. Salute Delana. Who else? Live your life, dogs. Big salute to y'all. Check GSD's K9. Big salute to you, my brother. Who else we got that I missed, man?
Inquisitive Dejin.
Inquisitive Dejin, my brother. Big salute to you, Inquisitive Dejin. All you guys, Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year. All y'all, much love and respect. But anyway, so the composite breed, they have, that's what we use. Okay, that's what we use. So I wanted to put all these categories in there because you guys might have heard one or more of these terms, and most of the time they're used in a derogatory way, which might trigger your emotions, which might trigger your Whitney when you hear this shit. Now, I want us to break it down because that's what engineers do. We break it down to build it back up so that you can comprehend. When you hear these terms, you be like, Jesus Christ, man. You be like, forgive them because they don't know what they fucking saying. That's what you're going to say. You're not going to get in your Whitney when they say that shit. You be like, the coach, sounds good. Sounds good, spectator. That's what you're going to be like. Okay, because they don't know no better. They're just talking. They're just trying to downplay. They're trying to get you in your Whitney. But anyway, let me share my freaking screen, and we're going to get started. And let me drop this down. All right. So, says below is a complete straight talk breakdown of the terms mongrel, mutt, mixed breed, and composite breed. Why some are used negatively, and how every dog breed without expectations was created. Exceptions, was created. This cuts through marketing, snobbery, and internet myths. Oh, all that applies.
Yeah.
Number one, Mongrel. They gave us some little pictures. Ain't that something? Ain't that how cute? She gave us pictures this time. That's 2026.
Word.
She added some stuff in 2026. Okay, they upgraded her abilities, so she gave us pictures. Ain't that nice of her? So she says what it actually means: mongrel, a dog from a long-term, uncontrolled breeding population. No selection plan, no closed gene pool, no consistent human direction. This includes village dogs, feral populations, street piranha dogs, genetic reality, extremely high genetic diversity, traits are unstable and unpredictable, no phenotype fixation, no repeatability. Okay. Why is it used negatively historically? Mongrel imply lack of purpose or refinement, used to contrast against early purebred movements. Modern misuse. People equate mongrel with bad genetics. That's wrong. It's unstructured genetics, not bad genetics. The truth: mongrels are genetically healthy on average, but genetically useless for breeding programs because nothing reproduces consistently. All right, we understand that. Now, off of the number one, the mongrel. Do you guys understand what mongrel means technically?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Now you see how people use it to classify anything that is mixed with another breed. They classify anything that you mix as a mongrel. You mix though as a mongrel. You see how people can do that, but they're wrong with their classifications?
Right.
Yes.
This is why you forgive them, because they know not what they fucking say. They don't understand that they trying to downplay and slick talk when they don't even know what the fuck they talking about. Mongrel. Do you even know the fucking definition of a mongrel? No. Let me read it again for you slow motherfuckers. Okay? What it actually means: a dog from a long-term, uncontrolled breeding population. Uncontrolled now. Pay attention to class, you slow ones. No selection plan. Oh, that means random. You slow motherfuckers in the back. That's random. There's no selection. You didn't plan that. You didn't select that. No closed gene pool. Well, we already know at the end of the day, it's not a closed gene pool when we mix and breed. No consistent human direction. Do you get that part, y'all?
I was like, Coach, you might have to explain that one. I'm just.
The no consistent human direction. You want me to explain that one?
You
Nah,
know,
that's
yes,
like
sir. Go
street
ahead.
dogs.
Pretty much, I was just gonna say that's what I was looking for. This giving me like them street dogs you see in Indonesia, India, roaming around. This don't
Yep.
have nothing to do with humans. This was strictly Mother Nature, dogs on dogs, dogs being. You feel me? This don't got nothing to do with no planning, no direction. A human going, hey, let's take this mongrel to that. No, that mongrel seen another mongrel and smack that mongrel down. Period.
Yep.
Facts.
Yep. Exactly.
Facts.
And
Okay.
became pariahs.
Yes.
Now it's 20 of them motherfuckers fighting another 20. Come on now. That's not what we breed.
Right. So people say things they don't fucking comprehend. Forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they fucking speak out their mouth. They just talking because they want to be negative. They want to be negative. So anything that you do that's opposite of what they do, they want to call you having mongrels. Well, we shut that shit down, didn't we?
Facts.
Okay. Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. Mutts. How many times have you guys heard mutt?
I hear that all the time.
I hear that all the time. What about
I
you?
should
What
be
about
rich.
you hear the term mutt used in a derogatory way?
He said he could be rich. How many times he hear that shit?
Okay, yeah. Is he muted or something? I don't hear him.
Oh no, I'm right here, Coach. My bad. I thought you was getting back to the topic. My fault.
No, I was saying, do you hear that? Have you heard that term, mutt?
Yep, I hear it a lot. You know, I just
Yeah,
did
I hear
the F1 breeding to my bully, so I got a lot of that controversy. You know, a lot of people telling me I should go get a shelter dog. Well, hey, that shelter dog and that owner and that handler before that dog ended up in that shelter, that was not my responsibility. So why should I go take it on?
Okay, there we go. All right.
When I do high performance breedings, we puppy imprint shit Coach talk about. So we make sure these dogs is going off to the right home. And then when we get these calls like, hey, why does the dog spinning and sitting before I even could tell it sit? Because that's puppy imprinting. That's what the dog should be doing. Not running around your house pissing and shitting. People don't understand. That's why I say it don't matter if it's a scatterbred dog, a purebred dog. It don't matter what you. It's the handler and the trainers. That's in the research. It's a lot that goes into it than just a scatterbred, a mutt, a purebred dog. It's your research and your knowledge. How, like, everybody should know by now, when you get a dog, you should be training that dog. It shouldn't be, oh, I got a pet. Dogs is not pets. Dogs was bred to be working dogs. They come from working breeds. No matter if you want to, oh, this a companionship, that's cool. You still know you still got to train that companionship, right? Because if that dog do get a hold of another dog, then what?
Yeah.
Yep.
I digress, Coach. You feel me?
No doubt. You saying truths. Salute to you. Now, mutt. What does mutt actually mean? A recent mix of identifiable breeds, usually 1 to 3 generations removed from purebred parents. More structure than mongrels, less than a breed. Genetic reality. Strong hybrid vigor, especially in F1 crosses. Traits are partially predictable. Genetic recombinations causes breakdown after F2, F3. Why it's used negatively. Became associated with shelter dogs, poverty or neglect, unknown quality. The truth, a mutt can outperform purebreds easily, but usually cannot reproduce itself reliably. A mutt is an individual, not a system. You guys understand that?
Facts.
Yep. Understood that one.
Why is it used negatively? Because they've been associated with shelter dogs, poverty or neglect, unknown quality. That's why people use that term negatively, because they're naive.
Or they don't have pedigree. That ped bullshit.
Yeah, Yeah, whatever. They're not pure.
Paper.
Pure. So they want to be negative. All right. That's why people use it. They don't even understand what it truly means. They want to be negative. Here we go. Mixed breed. What it actually means. A neutral descriptor. Simply means more than one breed in the background. Includes mutts, early composites, foundation crosses. Genetic reality. Depends entirely. Now I'm getting some backgrounds. Make sure y'all press mute for me, please. All right. Genetic reality depends entirely on breeding structure. Can range from chaos to precision. Why people misuse it? Used interchangeably with mutt. Used as a polite replacement for mongrel. Used to avoid stigma. The truth. Mixed breed tells you nothing without context. Well, we know that, but there's a lot of naive and ignorant motherfuckers who think they know more than what the truth is. Y'all agree?
Yep.
Okay.
I
Number
think
4. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say they also call them designer breeds now.
Designer, yes, designer breeds. Yeah, a lot of the purebred people want to call them designer breeds and they want to downplay designer breeds. Yeah, that's exactly what they call them. Which every breed before they was a breed would be considered a designer breed.
Designer breed, yeah.
So I mean, shit. What? The reason why you got your dog is because somebody designed it. And where's your common sense at, dog men and dog women? Y'all just want to be gatekeepers now because you didn't create it and you want to hold on to something you didn't even create. You want to hold on to it, but you didn't even invent it. Sounds good. Sounds good. That don't make sense to us people who make shit. Oh, you can't make shit, but the breed that you fucking call purebred was made by somebody. Ain't that something?
Yep.
Ain't that some shit? We're not dumb, but some people are very dumb. Anyway, let's keep it going. Number 4, composite breed. This is the big one. This is the big one. This is what we teach over here, right? We teach about the composite breeds. But you know what? Those who don't comprehend what we teach, you ain't going to get it anyway. In vogue, you're never going to get it. It ain't for you anyway. You know what I mean? Ain't for you. Trace us. You trace the inventors and the creator. You trace us. You take what we created, did our hard work, and you trace it. You will never get the same respect as the creator. Let's keep it going. What it actually means, the composite breed, a purpose-built population created by crossing selected breeds. Crossing selected breeds. Applying strict selection. Closing the gene pool. Fixing traits over generation. Okay, that's all the stuff that we think about, but they don't think about. They don't understand this shit. They're not creators. They don't understand this shit. Genetic reality starts with high diversity. Oh shit, it got to start somewhere. Right, ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Verde, you know this, chat, y'all. It's got to start by mixing dogs to get high diversity. You got to start from scratch. You just don't get that by hocus pocus and you got a diverse gene pool. No, you got to start mixing dogs. Intentionally, though. Diversity is intentionally shaped. Produces consistently, repeatability, emerging prepotency. Why is it attacked? Threatens the purebred equals superior narrative. Oh, don't you love Miss ChatGPT?
She's spitting that stuff right now.
You know what y'all talk about on the internet? She ain't stupid. She's AI. She scrolls the internet. She knows the fucking dialogue, the debate between pure and non-pure and designer breeds, mixed breeds. She knows the debate. She knows what she calls the narrative. the narrative that people try to push on other people. We're not pushing the narrative on you guys, you purebred, or you mutt caller, mongrel callers. We're not pushing on there. We're just doing what we do. We're not telling you what you do is wrong, but you trying to tell us what we do is wrong, huh? Ain't that you pushing the narrative that your purebreds are more superior? Psych. We don't believe it. We don't believe it because you wouldn't have your purebred without us. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Exposes the fact that function beats paperwork. Uh-oh. Function beats paperwork? Ready? Did she say that?
She said that. She's spitting bars.
Come on, she's spitting, but chat, you know she's spitting bars, chat. Function beats paperwork. These paperwork pushers. These pedigree pushers. Huh? Oh, function beats paperwork. Oh my God, hell no. Hell no, she's wrong. Papers was worth more than dog's function and health. That's what they'll try to tell you. Often created outside of kennel clubs, of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course, kennel clubs are the gatekeepers. Of course. They don't like the fact that we push the envelope past them. The truth. Composite breeds are how performance is actually built. Oh, shit. Ready? Did you hear what she said, Ready?
Yeah, she said it.
She said it. Chat, you heard what she said, chat. Over here, we breed high performance dogs, working dogs. In order for you to enhance your dog's performance, you got to use the composite formula, the composite breed formulas. How every dog breed was created. They mixed dogs to create it. Every performance dog was created by mixing breeds. Why have the purebred enthusiasts forgot about how their dogs were created? Why have they forgot about it, Ready? I don't know. Can you tell me, Ready? I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb.
I think they just think one-dimensional. That's what I'll be thinking.
I think so too. I think they forgot how their dog was created. And they didn't want to be a gatekeeper on something that they didn't even create. You didn't even create the breed that you campaigning for. You didn't even create. You don't even know the formula. You didn't have the vision to create that breed. But you try to knock us, who have our own vision.
And the person that had the dog ain't gonna tell you they sauce if they ain't fucking with you.
Ready? Hold on, Ready. We can go to the internet, and the internet is telling us that because they telling us the sauce, but they're not even listening to that. They're doing what we know as inbreeding and line breeding depression. That's why they got all these health problems. That's why the breed is not living as long. That's why the function and performance is deteriorating. Because they're not, they're so stuck on how the dog looks.
Show dog quality.
They don't give a fuck about how it performs. Does it look so pretty? Does the top line, does everything, does it got a big head? Does it got a small head? Does it got a long neck? Does it got straight legs? Does it got straight feet? Does it got tight toes?
Show and tellers.
And again, to each they own, but over here, this is a high performance working dog class. This is not a show how your dog look class. We breed for longevity, health, and function and performance. If God blesses us with a pretty high performance dog, that's even better. But if that dog's ugly, but it performs at the highest level, I'm taking that over the pretty one any day.
Facts.
Any day. Over here, in this classroom, we want performance. If you like that aerodynamic, smooth, rounded airplane that look pretty, but I got this fucking boxed out airplane that performs better and fucking avoids radar and yours don't, I'm taking that over your shit any day. And guess what the military took? Let's keep it going. Why some terms are used as insults? This is social, not genetic. Well, we know this, but let's talk about it. Status and gatekeeping. Purebred became a class maker. Labels were used to exclude, not inform. Excuse me. Paperwork over performance. Yeah. Registration does not equal genetic quality. Registration does not equal genetic quality. Come on, as engineers, we know that. But if you're in the back class, you better pay attention. I know it's hard for you to learn this. I know it's hard because you ain't never been taught the truth. You ain't never crafted your own high-performance dog with your own thoughts. Not being kennel blind and looking at your own dogs and your own family of dogs saying, I need to make them better. And knowing you can't go in your own line to make it better. You got to go outside of it. And then you study your people of the same breed and you're like, my dogs is better than theirs. I need to do what the CAM PV guys did. I need to throw some different breeds in there. I need to do with those guys who had those small ass Malinois. When the military's like, look, man, we need bigger ones. If not, if you don't get them to, we're going to take our contract somewhere else. And they started mixing they started mixing that shit. You ain't willing to do that, aren't you? Are you? Let's keep it going. Terms became weapons to protect registries. Fear of unpredictability. People confuse unplanned breeding with bad breeding. They are not the same. I get that, but they don't understand it. How every dog breed is actually created. This is the part people avoid. No, I know. Step 1, dogs were all mixed. Oh, shit, ready? Can we drop the mic tonight?
Facts.
We can just drop the mic on all you fucking mongrel speaking, mutt speaking, mixed breed speaking, naive, non-dog man engineer creating, no artistry, no craft. You ain't got no craftsmanship in your fucking dog program. This shuts all y'all motherfuckers up. Ignorance. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they speak. They know not what they know, Father. Forgive them. Forgive them, Father. They don't know no better. They didn't know that every dog that was created was a mixed breed. Oh, they didn't know. Step 1, all early dogs were land race types, function driven, regional adapted, not pure. Wait a minute. Ready?
Not
Chat,
pure.
Verde.
Not pure.
Not pure. Not pure. Mr. Morales. All of you who want to downplay what we do as engineers, the ones that created your breed that you love today, the ones that thought of the formula to mix dogs that you never would have ever in your fucking life, because it's not you who are gifted with that vision and artistry. You are a tracer, and that's fine. You could be a tracer of people like me, of people like you guys in the chat, people like the ones who created the dog breeds of today. You can trace them. It's okay. It's okay. But you're not going to downplay us engineers who know how to make dogs. Sorry, I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let y'all let them tell you that you can't do what the founders of the breeds did. I digress. Let's keep going. Step 2, selective crosses. Humans cross dogs for speed, strength, scent, bite, endurance, temperament. This means every breed began as a composite. Who taught them composite? Ready?
You.
We did.
We did.
We're a group here. We did. We taught them that. They're not teaching composite breeds, are they? No, they're not. They don't know no better. They don't do this shit. Of course they're going to talk down on what we do because they don't fucking do it. It's above your fucking mental dogmanship. You would never get accepted in this top level dogmanship. If there was a test, you wouldn't even pass it. You wouldn't get accepted in this class. Nope, you fail. You don't get accepted in this class. Sorry. It's like going to Harvard, BYU, all these top tier type schools, Stanford. You wouldn't even get accepted in this shit. You wouldn't pass. Your mind capacity wouldn't pass. You would not get selected to be a part of the skunk work engineering, the Lockheed Martin engineering. You would not be selected for the atomic bomb building. You would not. Because your mind does not think that way. You closed-minded. Your shit closed as fuck. Closed. You don't want to think out. You don't want to work hard mentally. You don't want to work your brain. You don't want to study. You think you know everything. You wouldn't qualify for this type of shit. That's why I'm teaching this class. That's why I teach. Because I want us to be that. I want us to think. I love it when Reddy shares things. I love when all y'all, and salute to all y'all that share what y'all share with me. I love when Reddy be like, Coach, man, you see this dog, Coach, you heard this dog, Coach, you see this dog, you see this variation. I love that shit. Because I'm a student. I love it. If Reddy showed y'all something, y'all close-minded fucking dog men, oh, no, you can't. Oh, that dog is shit. That dog is a mutt. That's what you would say. Oh, the pit bull could beat that. That's what you would say. Naive, because you ain't got no dog man palate. Your dog man palate isn't broad. Your dog man brush isn't a broad brush. It's a one trick pony type brush. It only goes one way. But over here, I teach y'all to broaden it. I teach y'all to think outside the box to create the circle. We always learn over here. It's never enough learning. I don't know everything. You don't know everything. We don't know everything, but we're going to study to show ourselves approved. We're going to study to show ourselves approved. If you don't study, forgive them, Father, because they know not what they speak out their mouth. They know not what they fucking teach. They don't know what they know. They don't even know no better, Father, because they don't study. They're not approved. They don't study. I'm not going to argue with somebody who don't study. Why? That's casting my seed amongst swine. I ain't casting my seed amongst no swine. Let's keep it going. Step 3, line breeding and fixation. Once traits appear, best dogs bred to relatives. Traits intensify, uniformity increases. This is where type emerges. Prepotency develops. We understand that because, like we always say, we use every method of the breeding tool shed we use, not just one only. People teach only one only. They don't teach everything like we do because we're engineers. Let's keep it going. This is where, like I said, type emerges, prepotency develops. Step 4, closed gene pool. Registry closes. Purebred status begins. Genetic diversity drops. Okay, this is the two-edged sword to you guys pre-bred, all y'all pre-breed type guys and gals. It's fine, but just know that you're not getting no vigor breeding that way. And when it comes to performance, we need vigor and we need hybrid vigor for performance. Okay. You're getting inbreeding and line breeding depression when you close your gene pool. But if you're not into high performance and you breed like this, you're going to get fucking swept by a so-called mutt. You're going to get your ass beat by a so-called mutt. That's what you're going to get breeding the way you do. Line breeding, inbreeding all the fucking time. I guarantee it. But anyway, at this point, the breed is finished, not perfected. We get it. Critical reality check. No dog breed was born pure. We know that. We know that. Every breed is a composite. We know that. Followed by line breeding. We know that. Locked by paper. Okay. People do that. Purebred does not mean healthier. Oh. Better. Oh. Superior producer. Oh, we know that. But some people will try to tell you that is what it means. It only means closed ancestry. Do y'all get that? What purebred only means?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Closed ancestry. Now, final comparison. We got the category: term, structure, predictability, repeatability, social stigma, genetic truth. These are the categories. Term, mongrel. Structure, none. Predictability, none. Repeatability, none. Social stigma, high, just very negative. Genetic truth, diverse, unshaped. You guys get that with the mongrel?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right, cool. Here we go. Mutt. Structure, low. Predictability, caution. Repeatability, none. Social stigma, medium. That means it's not as bad as the mongrel. Genetic truth, hybrid vigor. Okay. Well, we like hybrid vigor. Now, mixed breed is a term. Structure varies. Predictability, there's some caution in there. We don't really know. It's unpredictable. That's what the caution is. Okay. Repeatability, we don't really know. You know, it could go either way. That's what the caution is. Okay. Social stigma, low. Okay. The term mixed breed is not as high as mongrel, not as high as the mutt when it comes to the social stigma of it. Genetic truth is neutral, can play either way. Okay. Composite breed, the term. Structure is high. Predictability is great. Check. Repeatability is great. Is check. Social stigma. Okay. Attacked. Genetic truth. Engineered performance. Purebred, the term. Structure, close. Predictability, check. Repeatability, there's, you know, it can go either way. You can repeat it. Sometimes it might not. Okay. Social stigma, protected. Genetic truth, often over restricted. So do you guys get that with the final comparison of all the terms?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, good. Good. Let's carry on. Bottom line, no sugarcoating. Mongrels equals uncontrolled genetics. Mutts equals short-term individual success. Mixed breed equals meaningless without context. Composite breeds equals the foundation of every real working dog. Purebreds equal composites that stopped evolving. You guys get that?
Yep.
Chat, I hope y'all following me. I hope you guys are paying attention in class. You in the back. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to learn something that you thought that you knew, that you didn't know. Okay. We are the high performance working dog lane. And you know what that means for us? We cannot stop evolving. We have to keep evolving. So that's why we like composite breeds. That's why I like hybrids. Because I'm all about high performance working and competition dogs. You purebred guys, you about looks. You're about gatekeeping a so-called term pure. I'm whatever it takes to make my dog be better. If I got health issues in my dog, I'm doing a fucking total outcross with a whole different breed. If I did it, because I know how to fucking, you know what I mean? I know my probability if I want to correct it. I need to throw something totally different in there. That's healthy. Not of the same breed. Yeah, it might take me some time to wash it out. Or a guy might get me lucky and I have one to look exactly the same as a purebred. You would never even know it. You wouldn't never even know it, would you? But there's no way that I'm going to keep breeding the same shit over and over again if I got some bullshit in my line. My breed would never evolve. My dogs would never evolve if I thought that way. Things that make your brain go, Things that make you check yourself in the lab, huh? Things that make you not be kennel blind, huh? Take your pride out of it, huh? I guarantee you what would take your pride out if you was competing with your dogs. I guarantee you then you will swallow your pride then because you be tired of getting your ass whooped. They'll force you to get in the lab and change something, huh? But when y'all ain't competing and y'all running your fucking mouths, you're just talking. Because you're only in your own yard. You ain't nowhere else. You're not competing with yourself. You're not competing with the dogs that you produced and saying, you know what, I like this, but I need to make better. I need to make better. I need to make better. Yeah, I like it, but I need to make better. You're not saying that to yourself. You're complacent in the lab. You have no reason. You have no motive. You have no motivation. Let's carry on. Okay, so she asked me if I want blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I asked her to map this directly to working bulldogs, American Pit Bull Terrier, Mayday type systems, which of course we know it ties to what we've been studying, and do this for the thoroughbred horses using Secretariat. So everything that we talked about with the Mutt theory, all the shit, I wanted her to break it down when it comes to Secretariat and Mayday. Okay, so she says, below is a direct apples to apples genetic map tying working bulldogs, American Pit Bull Terrier, Mayday type systems to thoroughbred racehorses using Secretariat as the anchor example. So of course you already know why we use these, because these are composite type bred dogs. Mayday was different bloodlines, outcross, multiple different bloodlines. Secretariat was the same way. Okay, multiple lines, even though it was line bred, multiple different lines, outcross. Okay, now she breaks this down. This shows how the same genetic principle applies regardless of species, registry, and culture. Working bulldog, American Pit Bull Terrier, Mayday type systems. Number one, early bulldogs equal functional composites. We get that. Original bulldogs were not purebred. Old English bulldogs, terriers, mastiff type catch dogs, regional working curs. These were purpose crosses selected for gameness, mouth, endurance, mental stability under stress. Composite populations first, always. Now, mastiff type catch dogs. Some of you naive, non-engineer, non-competitor, non-fast lane dogmen might not believe that they added mastiff type catch dogs to the game dogs, American Pit Bull Terrier. You might not believe that, but of course you wasn't competing, so you wasn't trying to get the edge. You might not have had a mastiff type dog that beat your game dog up that was a champion, or beat one, you had a yard accident where you seen one of these damn mixed breeds or one of these different breeds whoop your game dogs up. You never seen that. You don't have a dog palate that's broad. Then when you see it in your lab, in your reality, you're like, oh, I gotta add that to my shit. Or you might have an accidental breeding because you just like dogs. You got all kind of shit. You know what I mean? You got all kind of dogs. You got game dogs. You got all kind of shit because you just like dogs and you just use them. You got hounds, all kind of shit. Then you got an accidental breeding. Then you happen to let them roll and let them roll and roll and stroll, and you see that mixed breed, that hybrid is whooping your fucking pure shit up. See, y'all don't know no better than that, right? Right? You dogmen of today that run your mouth, don't know dogs, don't know how to cook dogs. I ain't never seen no shit. Let's keep it going. These were purpose crosses selected for gameness, mouth, endurance, mental stability under stress, composite populations first, always. Number two, APBT formation equals selection, fixation. Once performance traits appeared, best dogs bred back to relatives. Line breeding, intensified traits. Families, not breeds, were formed. This produced Colby, Tudor, Heinzel, Corvino, Boudreaux, excuse me. Each was a genetic strategy, not a look. I get that. When you're doing performance, it's always a genetic strategy. It's not about looks. These ain't show dogs. These ain't over here confirmation dogs. These are performance dogs. This is a genetic strategy. These are genetic parts you putting on a performance dog to perform at the best level, to compete at the highest level, to beat your opponents. This is a genetic strategy. Number three, Mayday type systems equals controlled hybridization. Thank you. What Mayday actually was genetically, not a random mix, not a Kennel Club pure, a high-level performance composite. Mayday combined Jeep, mental strength, gameness, Red Boy, wind, durability, heavy line concentration behind both. This created explosive F1, F2 hybrid vigor while maintaining selective pressure. This is intentional composite breeding, not mutt breeding. We get that. Why Mayday worked and many didn't? Success factors. Parents were already prepotent. Traits overlapped, not conflicted. Selection stayed ruthless. Culling was real. Why copycats failed? Use names instead of producers. Remove selection. Bred for paper or hype. Lost performance pressure. Mayday wasn't special because he was crossed. He was special because the right lines were crossed correctly. I get that. You get that, Ready?
Yep.
Verdi, I know you get that. Chat, I know y'all get that. Let's keep it going. What this maps to genetically. Term, American Pit Bull Terrier example. Mongrel, backyard scatterbred bulldogs. Mutt, random Jeep times anything. Mixed breed, early experimental crosses. Composite breed, Jeep Red Boy style system. Purebred, closed, show bred American Pit Bull Terriers. Damn it. So what she's telling us is when you follow the purebred formula, you close the genetic pool, which is more catered to showbred American Pit Bull Terriers. But the composite breeds, the Jeep Red Boy style systems, is where you get your high performers. Isn't that what she's? Do you get what that's what she's trying to tell us? Ready?
Yeah.
Chat. I hope you comprehend it in this classroom. Because some of you guys with these closed ass gene pools, you're trying to have competition dogs, and you got guys who understand the power of the cross, and then you wonder why they whooping your ass. I mean, she just told us it right here. She just told us it right here. Let's keep it going. Part 2, thoroughbred horses and Secretariat. Number 1, thoroughbreds were also composites. Oh, wow. Thoroughbred was created from Arabian, Barb, and Turkoman horses. The entire breed descends from 30 foundation animals. Damn it, man. Now, Ready, would they consider thoroughbreds mutts back in those days?
Oh yeah. But nah.
But no, right? Would people like Mr. Morales call the thoroughbreds when they was created mongrels?
Nah, he call them purebred stallions.
No, he would call them mongrels back in those days.
No, facts. Like judging by what he said, I want to say he tried to claim like they only was
Yeah,
using 2 to 3 breeds or 2 to 3
No, he didn't even
bloodlines.
know. He didn't even know what they used. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't answer my question. Okay, he didn't even answer it. Okay, because we did the classroom on this, Mr. Morales. So you talking to somebody? We already studied this shit. Now I'm showing you. Whoever want to watch, whoever was paying attention in class, it said thoroughbreds were also composites. Consisted of 30 foundation animals. Damn it, that's a lot of mixing, isn't it?
Yep.
30 different animals? That's a lot of mixing going on. That's a lot of mutts going on. A lot of mongrels, a lot of mixed breeds. Huh. Imagine if they listened to you spectators, naysayers, commentators, and haters on the internet. Imagine if the internet was around 100 plus years ago when they was making the thoroughbred. The thoroughbred probably would have never been created if they was listening to y'all idiots. Y'all people who are naive, don't know no better. Forgive them, Father, because they know not what they know. They don't know shit. Here we go. Meaning, the thoroughbred is a closed composite, not a naturally pure species. You get that, Ready?
Yes.
Verde, you get that.
Close composite.
Chat, we get that. That was a planned creation of 30 different foundation animals to create a closed gene pool, composite gene pool. Without those 30, there would not be thoroughbreds. Does that make sense, Ready?
Yep.
Chat, Verde, y'all know. Let's carry on. Number 2, line breeding became the system. Once speed and endurance emerged, line breeding to the stallion intensified. Families formed. Nursla, Bold Ruler, Prince Quilio. The mirrors, Jeep, This mirrors Jeep, Red Boy, Eli, Bolio. Same process, different animal. We get it. Number 3, Secretariat equals elite hybridization inside a closed breed. Secretariat genetics setup. Excuse me. Sire, bold ruler, speed, power. Dame, something royal. Maternally influences Principilio, heart and stamina. This was speed times endurance, power times efficiency, fire times lungs. Exactly like Jeep and Red Boy. Why Secretariat was a freak? Hybrid vigor inside a closed population. Now we understand why Thoroughbred has a closed population. We already studied that. We understand where and why and what level of breeding in the generations they call hybrid vigor. They have levels to their hybrid vigor too. Okay, 5th generation, that's the strongest level of hybrid vigor in thoroughbred racehorses because they're all related. It's a closed population. They all come from 30 different 30 different horses. They all come from it. Anyway, rare gene alignment, massive heart, Principilio traits, which we know, extreme aerobic capacity. Secretariat was not random. He was a perfectly timed genetic collision. Why Secretariat did not reproduce himself? We already know this, but we're going to repeat it again. This matters. Despite being legendary, Secretariat was not a highly prepotent horse. I added that. He produces good horses, but not another Secretariat. Same as freak bulldogs that don't reproduce themselves. Individual greatness does not equal breeding dominance. So, just because your dog is purebred, just because your dog is a top-tier performer, we already learned this, does not mean it's going to be a top-tier producer. Okay? It does not mean it. Let's keep going. Direct side-by-side map. Concept is a category. American Pit Bull, Bulldog is a category. Thoroughbreds is a category. Concept, foundation. American Pit Bull / Bulldogs. Composite Bulldogs. Thoroughbreds, Arabian, Barb, and Turk. Okay, that's the foundation of an American Pit Bull Terrier / Bulldog. They're composite Bulldogs. You guys get that with American Pit Bull Terrier? They're composite, multiple different breeds.
Yep.
Bulldogs, they're multiple different breeds.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thoroughbreds, they're multiple different breeds.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Fixation. American Pit Bull Terrier / Bulldogs, line breeding families. We understand that how you now concentrate the lines, concentrate what you added, the composite. Now you line breed, okay? Thoroughbreds, sire lines. Okay, that's how they do it. They do it with the sire lines. With dogs, we do line breeding families. Hybrid vigor is the concept with American Pit Bull Terriers and Bulldogs. Jeep times Red Boy. Okay, that's how you get hybrid vigor. Thoroughbreds, bold ruler times Principilio. Freak individual concept. American Pit Bull Terrier / Bulldog Mayday. Thoroughbreds, Secretariat. Prepotent lines is a concept. American Pit Bull Terrier / Bulldogs. Jeep Red Boy is a prepotent line. Thoroughbreds, Northern Dancer is a prepotent line. Concept registry, ADBA papers. American Pit Bull Terrier Bulldog. Okay, Thoroughbreds, Jockey Club is the registry. Failure mode, American Pit Bull Terriers Bulldogs, breeding names. Thoroughbreds, breeding pedigrees. That's where they fail. Breeding names, breeding pedigrees. The big truth, no romance. Registries freeze genetics. Performance systems evolve genetics. Right there, let's stop right there before I get into it. Do you understand why she says registries freeze genetics? Ready?
Registries freeze genetics.
You understand why she says that? If you don't, it's okay.
Try to take a shot at it.
Go ahead. We can let Verde answer if you want him to go first.
Yeah, he could go first.
Go ahead, Verde. What do you think about?
Put me on the spot.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Verde. Why do you think registries freeze genetics?
This a really, because my brain is going. It's like my brain is going 2 directions with this. But why they freeze genetics? it goes back to gatekeeping. That's kind of what I'm leading towards. Like, I don't know.
Okay, that's good. That's a good start.
Yeah, I don't know about this one,
I
Coach.
think they freeze the genetics because they don't want outside outside outsiders to get a hold of the real gene, the hybrid vigor lines.
Okay. All right. I kind of know where you're going with that. So you guys are, you guys are all in the ballpark. Okay. This is why. Because when you become a gatekeeper, like how you talking about, Verde, and when you want to control the lines itself of what you consider pure breeds and the pedigrees, you will not open the stub books for people who got better versions of your pure breed dogs, which in turn, hybrid vigor is the only way you get better. We know that. Heterosis is the only way you get better. So what you guys were saying was y'all was right in the ballpark.
Like
But
they're trying to block you from doing that.
Well, they just feel that, you know what, it's already perfect.
We want to keep the dogs the way they are already.
Yeah, it's already perfect, which we know ain't nothing perfect. There's always room for improvement in everything, in every dog, every person, every creation. Mother Nature corrects itself. Man should correct itself, and dogs should be correcting themselves. But if you got people who's controlling the gene pool, like these registries, there's no room for correction. That's what that means. Performance systems always evolve genetics. Why does she say that? Performance systems always evolve. Why do you think she says that?
Performance systems evolve genetics.
If we talking about if we talking about performance, you're bringing in overall health. You're bringing in an overall better system, a better frame. Either if you're talking smaller or bigger, when you bringing in performance, so we could be talking about Pattendale Terriers, but for instance, right, I seen somebody take a Persian Canario to a bull. What was that? A bull terrier? I want to say it was.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, that was crazy. And if you ask me, judging by the bull terrier compared to the Persian Canario, I can't say if it's healthier, but in my opinion, I would say it's more hard-headed than that Persian Canario. Like, yeah, that Persian Canario is going to get out there and work, but I feel like the stamina is low. So it could have been a few reasons, which I don't know because I wasn't the creator of that breeding. But from what I've seen on both sides of the Persian Canario and the Bull Terrier, it enhanced. Like, it was a crazy dog. You could tell it was a worker. Like, you could tell the intensity just looking at that dog through the picture, for sure.
Yeah, I seen that too. I seen that mix too. It looked good actually.
Yeah.
I like that look. You know what I mean? I can imagine how it performs too. But it looked very nice. You know what I mean? It looks like a real athletic type dogs are shredded up. Should look really good actually. So salute to them for their vision and what they created. You know what I mean?
Dylan put something up.
All right, hold on. He says you see traits. I think that could complement each other, thus creating a superior dog. Well, if you're not thinking as if you're taking your car or your motorcycle and you buy it stock from the factory and you want to make it faster, you want to upgrade the suspension, you want to upgrade it, you have to add to that car or motorcycle to increase performance. Same thing with dogs and animals, y'all.
The only way they're gonna get better and improve.
If my line is what my line is and my genetic profile is what it is and I keep breeding to it, am I adding to it or am I subtracting to it by continuing line breeding or inbreeding to it? I'm subtracting to it. I'm not adding to it. Once you already have those fixed traits, why do you keep breeding it the same for? It's already fixed.
It's there already.
Yeah, now you fucking diminishing the shit.
Yep.
You're not adding. Where's your common sense at?
Regress.
If my boy comes over, I got a turbo, my boy got a turbo, I'll whoop his ass. We got the same car, we bought it from the same dealership, and I'll whoop his ass because I'm a better driver. But my partner's like, well, shit, I'm not as good a driver as coach, but I know why I get a bigger turbo. And then he comes with a bigger turbo with his mediocre driving, and he beats me. And then me and my partner being partners and shit, he tell me, hey, coach, I had to get a bigger turbo. You think I'm going to go and try to race him with my fucking stock shit, or I'm going to get a bigger turbo than his?
Gonna get a bigger turbo, man.
Thank you. Thanks,
Might
y'all.
even get a whole new car.
Fact.
Thank you. What happened to this mentality, this thought process when it comes to high performance working dogs, competition dogs? What happened to that? Well, I know what happens. Nobody's competing. You're not competing. Ain't nobody's forcing you to get in the lab and cook. I get it. I understand it. You ain't got a bar in your own program. Your program is complacent. You comfortable in your program. You know what I mean? Not me. Not me. But you are. But let's carry on. Final takeaways. Oh, hold on. Let me finish this. Mayday systems worked because selection stayed alive. Secretariat happened because the system hadn't collapsed yet. That's the key word with the thoroughbred horses. Yet. Because when we did our studies, they was already talking about going through that genetic bottlenecking. When we did our studies, they already talked about it with the thoroughbred. Okay, anyway. Once selection weakens, both dogs and horses regresses. We know that. But if you're not in competition animals, you don't understand that shit. You're kennel blind. You will never understand that your shit's going backwards. Because who's making you raise the bar? Final takeaways. Every great performer comes from a composite system. I get it. Line breeding fixes traits. I understand. Hybrid vigor explodes performance. We get it. Selection decides whether it lasts. We get it. Paper never creates greatness. Paper never creates greatness. Please pay attention in class. Now, I don't need to go through this one because we already showed how CAM-PV lines, working lines are mixed, different breeds. We already did that. But, I had her do that stuff. We know this. I think I already went over that, so I'm not going to go over this with you guys. We already know that the KNPV type dogs, they're allowed to crossbreed. They're known to crossbreed. So for those who don't know, like Mr. Morales, like I said, do your research, Mr. Morales. You will find out just like we did in our classroom because we weren't unbiased. We were unbiased. We weren't biased. We didn't think we knew everything. So we wanted to find out. And we found out that, yes, they do mix breeds. They do mix the Malinois with the German Shepherds and pit bulls with the Malinois, pit bulls with the Dutchies and different dogs. They do that. They've been doing it.
Rottweilers, Great Danes.
They've been doing it. We know that the military made them Malinois that you see today, what they are today, because they the ones with the biggest bread. And they were buying them small-ass Malinois overseas back in the 80s. And they told them boys overseas, if you want that motherfucking money, we need bigger mouths. Yeah, we know that. He said that they was mixing with fucking all kind of mastiffs and all kind of shit. Did you know that? Probably not. But we showed them in class tonight, didn't we, Ready?
That's a fact.
I mean, damn it. I know, Verdi, you know that chap. We showed them in class tonight, whether they pay attention or not. But this is for us at the end of this class. This is for us because I know as you guys start to really put your stamp on your program, as you guys start to promote your dogs, you're going to get all these people coming against you to try to tell you that what you're doing is trash. And I want you to remember classrooms like this. And that we learn that these people don't know what the fuck they talking about. So you can control your Whitney like I did with Mr. Morales and say, forgive them, Father, because they know not what they say or what they fucking speak or what they even know with these dogs. They don't know no better, Father. Forgive them. You're going to handle them accordingly like I did Mr. Morales. He don't know no better. He don't do what we do, y'all. There's no way that he will get a military contract. I'm trying to get a military contract. When the military says, hey, we got a contract for these dogs to be this way and that way, better than what they've ever been created before. Can somebody do it? I'm going to raise my hand. Coach can do it. I can do it. And guess what the coach is going to do? I'm going to do whatever it takes to win that contract. I'm not going to think in a box because I won't ever win that contract. I won't think like Mr. Morales and people like them who's going to keep line breeding his dogs and think he's going to get a next level contract. Oh, no. I'm going to be doing composite breeding. Just like we learned in this classroom today. Just how every breed on this planet Earth that we know of today that's an established breed was a composite breed in the beginning. Did we learn that tonight? Ready?
Yep. That's
Verde?
right.
Yes, sir.
Chat? Yes. We learned that tonight. We learned that tonight. So when these ignorant non-students, commentators, spectators who don't do what we do, who never did what the forefathers and the creators of breeds and these, they never did these type of things, talk and they downplay us, we can say, forgive them, Father, because they don't know what they don't know. They just don't know no better. That's what we can say. We're not going to get in our Whitney about it. We're just going to keep, whatever, forgive them because they don't know no better. They call your dogs mutts. They tell you that the mutts can only be used for this, for their purebred dogs, but they don't understand how to make performance dogs. They think that their purebred dogs can beat my fucking hybrids. You laugh in your spirit. You don't laugh out in the open because you don't want to disrespect them. In your spirit, you laughing. Like, bruh, stop it. Stop. You don't even know the formulas. I know that the broadest and the most different gene pools coming together is going to produce me a superior performance dog, not line bred dogs. So anyway, I digress off of that. What do you think about this classroom, Reddy? What do y'all think about this classroom, chat?
This was dope.
How did we do?
We did great.
Facts. We touched the topic on composite, most definitely. Like, I just hope and pray more and more people understanding where these dogs truly come from so they can begin to start creating their own dogs and hopping in their own lanes and not having to
Better.
grab
Word.
the next man dog to breed it to the next man or woman dog to have to ride their wave just to get a dog off of that, just to ride the next man or woman wave. It's like that'd be crazy work. Like it's the proof is in its pudding. What we read tonight is true. I watched it. A lot of these line bred, purebred lines that's super high quality and so-called high fashion, they fail. You feel me? Like, I don't watch people breed these $20,000 dogs to $5,000 bitches, $10,000 bitches to see a whole litter of what I say, what ChatGPT say is true. Like, I really, like, if you're not doing your research and like I was saying, going back to really do research to really also look at certain stuff yourself, it's like, I don't know what you're seeing. Like, this topic just touched more and more on what I've been seeing. So once again, some of these dogs is not what they are. Some of these lines ain't what they are. I just hope and pray you know what you want to breed and what you breeding for real, because
None of these dogs are what they are.
no.
There's a lot of lies. And Verde, think about when you talk about how your experience in the bullies, and some of you guys too, even mine. Okay. Dave Wilson and all them was lying about their composite breeds.
Facts.
And telling you they was pure. They were lying.
Yep.
Okay? Those dogs don't just turn out like that for no reason. They didn't evolve just because they kept line breeding the same. That don't make no fucking sense. But you naive motherfuckers will believe that shit though.
And then what be kind of sad to me is like they don't really understand true genetic diversity or true genetic pools. So once again, I see I'm just gonna say extreme bulls. So I would see somebody taking an extreme bull to an extreme bull, and they get litters looking like classic American bullies. And it's like, if you don't understand that, you also got AM staff, you got pit bull, you got bulldog behind that dog. You might say 6, 7 generations as far back, but if you click them 6 and 7 generations back up, that's what you would see up front in that litter right then and there. So it's like, once again, you
That's the
can't.
joint that's biting shit.
Facts. Like I say, unstable, and you know we was talking about that too in another topic. Some of these purebred dogs, in my opinion, are more unstable than these F1s and F2s and hybrids and composite breeds. And reason of, they have genetic diversity, and a lot of these breeders that breed for stuff like that know to put in the work, as in puppy imprinting and training their dogs to ensure that they're going to get what they need to get, and not having a dog that just bite reactive or just reactive, period. So it's a lot that goes into it. Like, a lot of people, once again, throw that companionship shit around, but a dog is a dog. A dog is going to dog. That's how I feel. So
Well,
yeah.
okay, so like the show breeders, because we learned about coefficient of inbreeding. Okay, so just because you have an extreme dog to another extreme dog, like you were saying, don't mean that those dogs are prepotent. Don't mean that those
Facts.
genetics really click to where you will get that visual, because it depends on if that stud or that female is prepotent or not, if you're gonna produce what you see. Now, you know
Facts.
who mastered that when it comes to that bully is fucking Muscle Tone with Bashar. He mastered how to copy his koi and get that type of prepotency look out of all his dogs. He mastered that. Okay. He did. Because I see it consistently in his dogs. Okay. However, what I'm saying to you all is to get dogs like that, Brother Bashar, who is not going to tell you his secrets, which I respect at the end of the day, because he's at the top of the game. He was composite breeding his bully formula. Don't think he wasn't. He understood koi. He understood prepotency, and he bred that way. That's why his dogs look the way they look consistently, and others understand that too. But at the same time, that look don't evolve with the original Sauce, who wasn't looking like that. It doesn't. That don't play. You have to add something to bring something new to your old Sauce. We are being honest
You
about
know,
that. Go ahead, Reverend. Go ahead, Verde.
you know what's crazy? That makes me think about the 1 year trial with the Brazil Bulls. Because when I seen the Brazil Bulls, like real pit monsters, before everybody wanted to call them Brazil bullies, like, I was like, that would be the perfect outcross for the American bullies. Like, them pit monsters, in my opinion, was more bully like. Of course, saucier like, because and on top of that, they was being transparent about the actual breeds that they were using. So
Yeah, but that's
when
what they did, Verde. That's what they did.
they
They crossed the bully with the pit
pit
bull,
monsters,
with the pocket. Hold on, with the pockets, with the XLs, with the bulldog. They did that. So they did what Dave Wilson, all these bully guys, they did what all of them was doing. They did that already, but they being honest, they not lying like Dave Wilson and all them other motherfuckers lied and talk about, oh, it's just pure this, it's just line breeding this. They lied, but the Brazilian bull, the pit monsters, they didn't lie. They told you the sauce.
and on top of that, they didn't go to breeds like Borbal and Mastiff, even though they use American Bully, but they
The
didn't go
Mastiff,
direct.
Mastiff, hold on, let me teach you something. The Mastiff was already in Sunshine Bulls. They have
Facts.
Mastiff in those, Old English Bulldogs in those, all different type of Bulldogs. She already told us the formula for those Sunshine Bulls. The Mastiff is already in there.
Facts.
But it's
So,
in
but that's what I was saying, Coach. Like,
Bull.
she didn't have to go. They didn't have to go direct. So it's like, but once again, it's not like it can't be brought up front.
Yeah, well, okay. So again, remember how I tell you guys, if somebody already did the work for you, why would I need to add the Mastiff when if I can buy a Bulldog from Sunshine Bulls and she already did it?
Right.
Right.
That's what I be telling y'all.
The
But how,
work's already done.
It's
Mostly.
already there. It's time to take that to something else. Like that is your tool. But
so
that's
what
the
I'm
thing
saying
we
is,
get at, coach. Like I don't see
hear me
why they
out.
did the 1-year trial and did not allow us to breed to pit monsters.
Verde, hold on, hear me out though. I understand where you come from, but hear me out. When you're a smart breeder or engineer, all these pieces take time to build, years to build. When you have your money right, you can do what the coach did. I have my line of pit bulls that I was breeding since 2005. And then I have money to buy other people's hard work, okay, to add to my lines of dogs. That's what the Brazilian bull people were doing as a collective. They have a community, they have a vision, everybody was playing a part, and they were mixing dogs. Now, that's how every breed club or breed group works. You have me, you Verde, you Ready, you anybody in the chat. You Verde, you might get a fucking Kangal. Ready, you might get a Doberman. I might get a Pit Bull. Bakari might get a Mastiff, whatever. And that's a part of our formula. And then we start breeding that shit. Now, all of our work together is a collective. Now we establish a type. Then somebody finds out about us, and then they're like, hey, I like what you created. What was your composite? And then you're like, well, shit, homeboy says, well, my composite, okay, I need that, boom. Now I'm able to buy from you Ready, you Verde, all of our composites, all the hard work y'all did from, let's say, or we did for 10 years, somebody can get 10 years ahead just by buying our shit. That's what they did with the Brazilian bull, okay? Then they told us that. The thing about the American Bully, even with Juan Gotti, all them dogs back in the day, man, I'm in California. They've been mixing dogs in California, okay? I hate to tell y'all, they've been doing it, okay? But they ain't telling you. They're not telling you it. Now, same thing we learned about the KMPV lines. If I got a Dutch Shepherd lookalike, but you didn't know I added Pit Bull back in the day, am I going to tell you it if you want a Dutch Shepherd pure?
Hell no.
Nope.
That's all I'm saying. So what you were saying, Verde, about, hey, how come they just won't use the Brazilian bull? Because at the end of the day, they already got what they, that's why they're not using the Brazilian bull, because they already got what they want. Brazilian bull came in and made their own lane. The XL bully, they wasn't smart enough, like them cats over in Brazil, to add that bulldog, the certain type of bulldog. Ain't no any bulldog. You got to add that fucking sunshine bullshit with that Mastiff and that Old English shit they perfected.
Yep.
Thanks. And she said it.
You didn't add the right bulldog. You added some bulldog shit, but you didn't add that Brazilian shit. You added a fucking whatever Mastiff and shit, but that Mastiff got straight fronts and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, that droopy jowls and shit. You was trying to F1 the shit, F2 the shit, but you didn't put in the time. It takes time to do them F1s and build them up the right way. You didn't go fuck with Sunshine Bulls who've been doing it. How long she been doing it? She already refined it. You didn't fuck with Bashar, who got her shit refined, who you gonna pay $10,000, $20,000 for the fucking bully. But if you bought that shit from Bashar, you added to that shit. Now you got that extreme bully shit in your shit, refined. So what you saying, Verde? Like you said, how come they didn't do that shit? Well, because they, you know, Brazilian bulls are they have the years and the generations doing that shit. They've been doing that overseas. It took somebody like Aria to show the world that we got this shit that looks extreme, like y'all little pocket, your little standard and pocket bully. We got an XL that looks extreme. We did exactly what you guys did, but we made it over here. We made it over here, like y'all made it over here in the US, but y'all made pockets and standards that way. Y'all didn't make XLs that way. We made XLs that way.
And they shit breathing too.
Breathing, moving, jumping, like that's man.
But they not working. That's the only thing.
Well, I mean,
they not high. They like low mod. I would say they would like on the 1 to 3 level.
They're companion dogs. She said that that's what they are. They're companion dogs, which is fine. If that's the bully lane, that's what you're creating, that's fine, cool. That's fine. But understand what I'm telling y'all, what I'm learning in my lab, in my experiences, extreme bully type don't go with high performance.
Nope.
It doesn't mix. It does not mix. Think about the Malinois and how the gentleman that was buying dogs for the military was like, the Malinois was at first too small. The German Shepherds was too big. They was 100-pound. Those are too big for the current battlefield. We need something in between.
Yeah.
Okay? Then they got the dogs that we see, the Malinois we see today, 75, 80 pound, whatever, 65, 75, bigger, taller, but more suited for performance. There will not be no extreme Malinois doing high competition.
Hell no.
You would never see a big, bulky ass Malinois doing top tier level competition. Sorry. It has to be a perfect blend of enough size, enough strength, enough durability, enough, and it has to be just right when you're making a high performance animal. So you're not going to get the wow factor from a high performance animal unless you are wowed by its performance. Like when you see a racehorse, they only ooh and ah the racehorse when it's a winner.
Yep.
You see a Malinois, you only ooh and ah Malinois when it's a top tier performer. You're not oohing and ahhing a Malinois because it's the biggest Malinois you ever seen in your life. That's not why you ooh and ah on a Malinois. If you into performance. Now, if you just want the freak, there's somebody to wow factor, that's, but that's not what those dogs are bred for. That's not what people are looking for. They're looking for the best performers, whether they're smaller. Now, watch this. I want to tell y'all this. With the military, they need dogs of multiple different size ranges, right? They might need a dog that's smaller, not super small, but smaller so that it can be carried on a backpack with the soldier on a plane, that he can carry it on his back. A soldier don't want to carry his rucksack plus 100-pound goddamn Malinois or German Shepherd. Now you might need a heavier German Shepherd or Malinois to do patrol. So different sizes for different reasons.
Yep.
Yeah. As a dogman engineer, you need to know how to make them all. Why do you think the coach says, I like genetic variants for? Because you never know what someone might want from you. They might say, Coach, I want AK, but in a smaller package because this is how I want to use them. Can you make me an AK Spirit in a smaller AK? If I say, sorry, man, I only make extra large AKs, that limits me. That limits my range. I want to be able to provide to anybody who has a need. Coach, can you give me a smaller? Can you give me a medium? Can you give me a large one? Got you. Got you. Check, 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 check. Got you. That's how the military is going to come at me.
Facts.
Coach, we got this mission. Coach, we need some dogs to go on boats. We need some dogs to fly on helicopters. We need dogs to go for the Green Berets, the Army Rangers. Like we need some dogs that can swim and like I want to be able to say,
medium, heavy.
all of it. I want to be able to say, okay, I can cook that up. I can cook that up for you, sir. That's my specialty. I know how to make those dogs for you, sir. I'm one of the pioneers of genetic variation, sir. I got one. I got that for you, sir. Yeah. Sure. How many of those do you need? I can cook them up. All I got. Wait, sir, but all I got is this. Well, sorry, we got to go somewhere else with this money. Come on. Are you serious? But you got to be a different type of thinker. That's why I said we're being honest over here, y'all. We telling you all it's okay to do what you got to do to create the dog. Use what you have to use to create the dog. It's okay. The forefathers of every breed did what we talking about. The ones who created these breeds, they did what we talking about. So we're not doing nothing wrong. They call our dogs mutts. Sounds good, spectator. Do what the coach do. Sounds good, spectator. Mongrels. Sounds good, spectator. Mixed breed. Sounds good, spectator. That's what you do to them. Sounds good. Oh, that's what you want to call it. Sounds good. That's not going to stop me from doing what I'm doing.
Right.
You think you're hurting my feelings? Sounds good. It ain't hurt my feelings. Purebred is what you want to rock? Okay, cool. Sounds good. Do your thing. Do purebreds. If you want to. I got some purebreds too. But because I am about competition, I'm about high performance, I am using my purebreds for composite breeds. That's why I got a Kangal. That's why I got a Malinois. That's what now I'm using my pit bulls for. That's why I got my bulldogs for. Because I'm going to use them to create dogs. That's why I got my band dogs for. Because the only way for us to produce better high performance dogs, they have to be on a composite breed type of platform. And then once you have that composite breed as a foundation, then you tighten them up, you line breed them to concentrate traits. And then guess what? Once we concentrate this, hey, ready, chat, Verde, what we going to do? We're going to outcross or mixed breed.
Right.
Facts.
I'm not going to keep fucking, once I got it locked in, I'm not going to keep doing that shit so I can go backwards. I already locked it in. It's time for me to do it out. I need to add something else now.
Get that vigor.
I need the vigor, baby. I need that hybrid vigor, baby. I need me a secretariat and a fucking Mayday. I need me a fucking AK-47 chopper, man. That's what I need, man. I need me some freaks, man. I need to make some new shit in my line, man. In my program, I need some new shit, man. All my people who love my program are like, Coach, what you got new? Coach. I want what you got? What you cooking? They excited about what I'm cooking next.
Lasagna.
Got the whole recipe laid out.
Come on, man. It's always evolving, though. It's always evolving, though. It's always evolving. It's almost evolving. So with that being said, I think we beat this one up. Do you not? I mean, I think we done hit the nail on the head for 2026.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You know, it is what it is, y'all. As far as like the way we teaching, what we have going on, 2 years in the making, this classroom, ain't nothing like it, bro. Ain't nothing like it, y'all. And it's okay. It's okay if people don't understand. All right, we're gonna drop that shit. Whatever. It's okay if people don't understand, they don't comprehend. It's all right. It's not for them. And don't get into a pissing match with people that don't comprehend. Just let it go. It's not worth it. Just stay on your path in 2026 and beyond. Stick to your vision. Study those who you want to learn from that do what you do. Study from them. Anybody who's talking as an op to what you're doing that don't do it, pay them no mind. Let the water roll off your back. Don't get into a pissing match with them. Deal with them how I dealt with the OG. Respectfully. Keep moving. Keep it moving. Worry about your own yard. Don't downplay, even if you don't agree with what they're doing, what they're saying, don't downplay them. It is what it is, because they're going to downplay you. We're not going to do what they do. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Shit, you don't get it? We get it. But don't fall victim to their energy. We're not here to downplay purebreds. Purebred's a piece of shit. That's not, you don't hear a coach saying that. I don't want y'all to say it either. When they say some shit contrary to you, say it sounds good, spectator. Learn that from the coach. Sounds good, spectator, with the laughing emoji. Just do that. Gets them every time. Oh, it gets them every time. But I digress. Anything you want to add before we close out? Ready, chat?
I'm surprised Chat GPT didn't mention the Heinz 57.
Well, I think that's more progressive. Ready? I don't think that one is
That's
widely.
an old school term.
I've heard that, but I haven't really. It's not something that's widely used that I've heard. I hear mongrels. I hear mutts the most, and then this mongrel shit I've been hearing lately. But I hear mutt all the time.
It was hybrids. That's what it was. I don't think she used hybrids once. She did say mixed breeds.
Yeah. She put in what Coach wrote in there for her to pull up.
Exactly. That's exactly. She gonna follow instructions, but she gave us the concepts of it, which is the main ones that you always hear. Mutt is the first one, and it's new shit. It is not new, but people start using this mongrel shit. It's like it's like calling a black man a nigger.
Yep. That's what I was gonna say. All those terms is like saying niggas, and the pure is like basically the white man.
Correct. That's exactly what it is.
It's real life dog races when you think about it.
Well, forgive them for they know not what they know. They don't know no better. That's why I can be emotionally intelligent and stable in dealing with people, because they don't know no better. You don't fucking know, and you don't have the fucking dogs. So of course you don't fucking know. Why am I gonna fucking try to teach you something that you can't comprehend? Why would I get all aggravated over what you can't comprehend? That's stupid of me. I'm dumb as fuck. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him what? Ready?
Drink.
Thank you. Well, I already led you to water, but I can't force you to drink. So why am I gonna be mad because you don't want to drink the water? Fine. You can see the water. Cool. I did my job. Bye. Figure out whenever it's time, but maybe it's not on my time, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But that doesn't mean we're not gonna stop learning. That don't mean that we're not gonna stop pursuing our dreams, our visions. That don't mean that we're not gonna stop perfecting our fucking craft with our dogs and our lines. That don't mean that we're gonna stop. Just because they don't understand. Just because we're part of the few. It's only gonna be a few of us until the bandwagon is attached. To when we start getting everybody on the bandwagon, when the money start coming in, then everybody gonna be on our penises, excuse my language, sucking on it. Oh man, Coach always knew, Reddy always knew, Tony always knew, Bakari always knew, TESD, all y'all. Oh, we always knew y'all, but I knew it was right. Yeah, of course, because the wave is on us now. But before, you was calling our shit mongrels and mutts. We don't know what the fuck we talking about. So we starting off the 2026 year with a bang.
Bangers.
Top tier classrooms. We're getting better and better, more information. Please come. I know it's hard. It's a long class, but it's only once a week, man. Pay attention. Rewind the class. Read Miss ChatGPT's foundation. If you don't understand what the coach is saying, read it your fucking self. Okay? Take your notes. Be inspired with your program. Try different shit. It's okay. You can mix dogs. It's okay. You're not doing nothing wrong. It's okay if they call your dog a mutt and a mongrel. It's okay. We know better. They don't. Keep going. Elevate the bar. Okay? High performance dog women engineers. That's where we at. Nobody else is on us. But other than that, man, I'm done. I'm dropping the mic. We good?
Yeah, we good.
Salute Coach and salute Reddy.
Salute Verde, man. Salute Coach. Salute Chat.
Yep. Yes, salute Chat. That's a powerful classroom, man. Hit that rewind, man. Go back to it, man. We 2 years in, man. Go back to them old ones, man. There's a lot of information we giving y'all, man. Ain't nobody dropping this type of classroom. Y'all better go back and study, my buddies. Y'all better go back and listen to it again and again and again. And then once you listen to it, apply that shit. Apply it, man. Because I'm telling you, once I cook up these next level, that menu I got, hey, Reddy, you saw the one I did with that fucking Red Bull.
Oh man.
Man, come on. With the band dog herder? You know,
Yeah,
hey, where did we learn that from?
serious.
Hey, didn't you show me that video with homeboy with the different type of herders and they had that band dog herder? No,
Yep.
it was a mastiff herder.
Yeah, mastiff herders.
Yeah. Band dog herder.
Yep.
Ooh, coach got a band dog herder that he could throw in the mix. Damn it, man. Huh? A composite breed herder I could throw up in there. Damn it, man, with Red Bull. So I mean, I got so much shit. Imagine if I let these naysayers and spectators and haters and commentators tell me that, your shit's fucking trash. Your shit at all. My shit will do this to your dogs. Sounds good. Sounds good. But I digress. But yeah, man, we out, man. You guys have a good night. Thank you for showing up in the classroom. Happy New Year. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving forward.
Happy New Year, everybody.
We out.
To next week, man.
Yep. We out. Peace.
Peace.